the big elbow that we've seen so much from the Macho Man. He wants that to be the crowning blow to get the WWF Championship. Oh, yes. But he is wasting. Oh, look at that. Oh, my God. Oh, I cannot believe that. That is magnificent.
Hello and welcome to OSW Review, the old school wrestling video podcast. Filmed in glorious grapple vision and encoded with blast processing, we chronologically critique wrestling storylines pay-per-view by pay-per-view. Oh my god, I was just going to call myself a ring boy.
Oh god.
Let's just go dispense with the names. It's the Turnbuckle Titan OZ.
Yep, we do.
And the Ring Queen V1.
They walked into that one, didn't
Yes. Welcome, Noggers. Happy days are here again.
Hey.
Oh, meme, yeah, we are back one more time. Hit me, baby. Any idea what it is, lads?
Because we don't know what the show is. Pre-98 international show. There can't be many.
You know, Battle at the Royal Albert Hall in 91. That was pretty big.
Okay.
And then they had UK Invasion, Rampage, 92, 93. But tonight we are going to watch WWF's first UK pay-per-view in 1989, WWF on Sky 1.
That's what it was called.
Hogan versus Macho in the main event.
Whoa.
Rematch from WrestleMania 5.
Holy shit balls.
What's the
Okay.
date? What was the date, sorry?
10th of October 1989.
Okay.
So right before Survivor Series.
Couldn't have predicted there would have been an 80s WWF pay-per-view
Had
in
no
England.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's not on the network.
Yeah.
So it's a pay-per-view that is kind of lost to time. Most people won't know about it. And since it's lost to time, we can upload on YouTube.
Good choice. Good choice.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought you guys might like it. It is WWF's first UK pay-per-view in 1989. Watchalong. But first, a quick history of the WWF in the UK.
They're going to say quick history of the WWF.
In general.
I was about to eject your seat out.
This is where you find the superstars of wrestling. That one.
American wrestling being shown in the UK started out in the 1960s. In test markets only, including Westminster, Southwark and parts of Sheffield, alongside the big boxing bouts on pay-per-view like Cassius Clay versus Henry Cooper.
Clay by 5th round ref stoppage.
Well done, Stephen. Wrestling was slipped in there. It was often the undercard to boxing pay-per-view events, like showing Andre versus Chuck Wepner before Ali Inoki.
Okay.
In 1970s, World of Sport dominated, their two biggest stars being...
Big Daddy and Giant Haystack.
Well done. How did you know that? Oh my god. Produced by Big Daddy's brother of Joint Promotions. However, it was run as a cartel where the big fat lad is always on top, which worked great for many years, but by the 80s, wrestlers and fans alike were sick of it and tuning out, even creating rival promotion All Star Wrestling, which poached many of their wrestlers and ran the same town on the same night, head to head, against Big Daddy's promotion.
Okay.
A 33-year-old television tradition comes to an end tomorrow. Wrestling is being taken off British television screens. ITV has decided to scrap its regular Saturday slot for the sport, blaming falling audiences as one of the main reasons behind the move.
1985, World of Sport is cancelled. ITV want to focus on live sport instead. World of Sport was like a pre-taped mix of different sports, and wrestling was part of it. But there is still an ITV wrestling slot, which was filled by various companies. So depending on the week, you might see Joint Promotions, All-Star Wrestling, Pro Wrestling from Florida, AWA Memphis, and WWF.
Wow.
It jumped time slot and day, and that was just death, so dwindling audiences, and was just cancelled in 1988. However, WWF didn't have their eggs in one basket. They weren't just on ITV. media mogul Rupert Murdoch bought a majority stake in the new satellite channel Superstation Europe and rebranded it Sky Channel in 1984. What's on Saturdays? Boom! WWF Championship Wrestling. I was like, oh, what's on these tapes? I was like, yeah, it's bouts we filmed last year and we're just kind of repackaging and you'll take that because
you don't know any better.
Exactly. Ratings wise, a success. Sky would add Wrestling Challenge and air Saturday night's main event to great viewership, so much so in 1988 Sky even highlighted WrestleMania 4 as the most watched TV show of its time slot, outdrawing all 4 terrestrial TV channels.
Oh.
Yeah, but the time slot would have been
Well, it wouldn't be live.
1 in the morning. Oh, sorry, right, yeah. So they weren't saying it was the most watched thing at 1 in the morning. Yeah.
This and like some like sleazy stripper.
Yeah, sure, we didn't even get Raw live on a Monday until what, like the
2003-ish?
2000s,
Yeah.
Because I used to go up to my mates and I'd watch it every Friday at 10.
Taped. Raw was taped 24 hours later.
Yeah,
you know?
It's crazy, isn't it?
And they rushed over to send it to us. Yeah. Remember when I said ITV's wrestling time slot was cancelled? That was December 1988. 2 months later, WWF and Sky kick into high gear. Sky Channel was one channel. February 89, Sky Television launches, expanding to 4 channels: Sky One, Sky News, Sky Movies and Eurosport. And hey, Eurosport, now you're going to host Primetime Wrestling.
Ah.
It was a sweet deal for both sides. WWF had already filmed this footage and was just repackaging it. And for Sky, importing American wrestling was hot, and it cost them just 500 quid per hour of footage.
Okay.
WWF on Sky was such a success, it led to 2 UK shows, London and Birmingham. The first one on London being live broadcast on Sky One with the tagline, "It's as good as being there." Which brings us to tonight.
Nice. So I'm just laughing at you saying, like, going to cost us 500 quid per hour. I was like, that'll pay for 10 wrestlers on Raw.
It's what? It's Raw!
You can see all the action as it happens live only on Sky One.
Like, I can't call it a pay-per-view because it was free to watch on a paid channel. So kind of like it's free on Netflix or something.
It's a PLE.
Yes, it is a premium live event. Did you guys have Sky TV back in the day?
And Sky One.
Intermittently, yeah, Sky One, we had it for years in Ireland, or in Dublin specifically, and then it got taken away for years, and then it came back.
Like, if you wanted to watch Sky Channel, the box and install was £250, which is a lot of money, but you got the viewing card, which was free. It wasn't until 1990 that Sky Movies became £8 a month, and in 1992 you started having to pay for the basic channels, like £3 a month.
Yeah.
Sky incurred heavy losses the first couple of years just getting a user base and just setting up operations. So startup costs were 122 million, and in their first year they lost 95 million. But their fortunes changed after a few years when New Zealand's Sam Chisholm took over day-to-day operations, and they just grew and grew, went really well, and it was bought out by Comcast. It finalised in 2018, and at the time was valued at around 27 billion euro.
That's crazy.
I would say the majority of the credit for the success has to go to the Premiership.
League.
Yeah, that's why I got it back in 96. And it was like, oh, Raw's on. Oh, the Legion of Doom are there. Awesome, I'll just start watching wrestling again. Yeah.
Yep.
I was a turncoat left for a couple of years. Whenever Lex started getting the push, 93. I remember my brother was like, "Hey, the Rumble 93 Rumble's on. Do you want it?" No, I'm all right.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a thing now.
Yeah.
Turning down wrestling. I know, it's mad, isn't it? I never had Sky Sports or movies growing up. Parents were just like, we don't have the money for that shite. Going up to your mates and watching, you know? So, yeah, that's what I did for years. I don't think I got Sky Sports until 2005, maybe. Yeah.
Okay. It's as good as being there. Is that tagline justified? Let's find out.
It's as good as being there. Therefore, don't buy a ticket.
It's as good as being there.
3, 2, 1, bang.
Bang.
And it started.
Oh, straight away. Look at this.
There we go. That just reminds me of The Simpsons.
Yes.
We come to you live. We come to you live on Sky One.
Holy shit, look at the size of that crowd.
Yeah, 15,000.
Jesus.
Nearly as good as Control Your Narrative.
The glamour and excitement of the superstars of the World Wrestling Federation.
Yeah, Tony Schiavone.
Probably
As
like
Hogan used to say.
fans are going to be
Nay, nay.
absolutely
Nay, nay.
rabid because they've probably got nothing like this ever before.
Yeah, first live event by the WWF in the UK.
That's nuts. That's huge.
Like all they had to go on was like tapes of Dino Bravo.
So you're saying they didn't even have a house show?
Yeah, this is it. This is the first one.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Inaugural coming to you live from the London Arena. You can cut the electricity with a knife.
But don't.
When you can.
Yeah, it's metal.
Once. Hey!
Hey.
Man, you gotta dust off. And be careful with that joke, it's an antique. Yeah, so WWF Superstars of Wrestling on Sky One, aka UK Rampage, aka WWF on Sky One. Date is October 10th, 1989. 15,000 sellout in attendance at the London Arena in London, England. WWF's first live event in the UK, first live broadcast on Sky, the first of a 3-country tour of Europe. As well as London and Birmingham in England, they did Brussels in Belgium and Paris in France.
Okay, Brussels. That's
A hotbed.
yeah. It's a super
Lot of
weird
muscles
choice,
there.
isn't it? There was.
Scheduled for one fall. Currently in the ring, accompanied by Nikolai.
Oh, here we go. Let's start off with heat, lads.
What's the opposite of popping the crowd? Would you pull the crowd? Oh, man, you're getting the shit one as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have been informed that at the request of both Mr. Volkov and Mr. Zhukov, they ask you all to rise.
Great.
I love it. It never fails to get a big reaction.
It's like innocent heat. You know what I mean? Like it's not mean.
Ah, they're good. They're not like that Japanese lad at WrestleMania who like, oh my! They cut him off. That is. I love this.
The
The
entrance
steps down.
looks treacherous, though.
Yeah. Because he's hot dogging, but he also needs to pay attention.
He's being very careful.
Oh, look at this mark! Yes.
Unfortunately, wouldn't you just have loved, I know it's many years too early, but high energy here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So we got our inaugural contest: Koko B. Ware versus Boris Zhukov with his boy Nikolai Volkov. Koko B. Ware, the 2009 Hall of Famer.
No longer the poster boy for bad Hall of Fame inductions, and I'm delighted.
Tori Wilson?
Tori Wilson,
Stacy Keebler,
and Keebler,
Yeah.
Pete Rose. I don't know if you put
But
him in.
that's like a separate
Yeah.
thing.
celebrity
Drew
wing.
Curry. The fridge, maybe. The old fridge freezer.
Yeah.
But
The fridge freezer.
Johnny
In his
Rods.
onesie.
Yeah.
Have you got all these written down?
No, it's off my head.
Oh, okay.
I remember giving out about Vince's limo driver, James Dudley being in.
Yeah.
But he also did stuff behind the scenes,
Still.
like
though,
help with
still.
productions and long-term flight.
Yeah, but,
Yeah.
Still.
Absolutely.
Great to be with you. Koko B. Ware, Mr. Quickness, Mr. Excitement. And, of course, the matchup against
0 WWF championships, this lad.
Yeah. Just, the reaction they're getting here, and Koko getting this reaction. I know I mentioned it before, but it was the same as the reaction that the crowd were giving every and any wrestler in 1994 in The Point. Virgil
Dublin
got a
house show.
massive reaction.
From
Yeah, from a little OOC.
Well, yeah, but me especially. But I at the time I thought it can't get better than this.
yeah.
And then HBK and Razor had a match.
It can't get better than this. Virgil.
Yes.
This guy, we rag on Chris Daniels for having a very unique shaped head and body, but Zhukov.
Bulbous, isn't it?
Bulbous.
Yeah.
Yeah, one half of the Bolsheviks, archaic Soviet Union commies. Volkov had just returned to the WWF the prior month in September. they were just jobbing to put over other tag teams like Bushwhackers, Hurt Foundation, Demolition Rockers. But like I remember, like heel foreigners that keep losing, where's the only place you can go? Is that you turn on each other and one of you turns face.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
like Volkov turned face. He was like, I love America. And like I remember he accepted an award from the Boy Scouts of America. And I was like, you are scum. I would be ashamed of you. I was from the Soviet Union.
He uses a lot of leg power strength. He also possesses upper body strength. The Russian has a lot on his hands here.
I love the gun show. Oh, yes.
Yes.
London paying homage to their favorite WWF stars. And right now...
But he would batter you. He doesn't have muscles. He's just strong.
Yeah. Big barrel chest.
Yeah.
Two men lock up, and this may be where that Zhukov has quite...
I imagine he doesn't care about getting sued, you know?
Honestly, looks a bit like Braun, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. Good call.
Brawny the Showman.
I'd like to see you with that, Tony.
You would.
Here we go.
I'm afraid I
Oh, you
There
don't
we
get
go.
wrestling like this anymore, do you?
Oh, unless it's the Outrunners versus MXM. They actually did
Yes.
the test of strength spot. I flipped out.
No, very
Oh,
nice.
yes.
Oh, that's beautiful.
He did not jump for that. Yes!
I'm loving these fans. We have Shawn, Warrior, and Brutus sitting next to each other. Incredible
Killing
work, lads.
kayfabe. That's so good. Do you know, Koko tried to recruit Kurt Angle into the WWF in 1987?
Whoa.
Yeah, actually, he went to, like, Kurt won the state championships in Hershey, and he went to him. I was like, oh, what do you think? And he was like, no, I'm too good for that. I'll come back when I'm less, when my options have calmed down.
I mean, he was correct.
Yeah. Funnily enough, Kurt, when asked about that, he was just like, everyone at Hershey Park Arena seemed to be rooting against me. I don't know why I didn't do anything to them. And he was like, oh man, this is kind of the character you came in with in 98. Like, he immediately gave out the fans for booing him.
Yeah.
You know?
And that was the wrong thing to do.
I was actually watching recently Kurt's interviews at the 96 Olympics. He was good at talking. You know the way most sports people are just so dry? He was actually very good already. He's just a natural.
Yeah. And he's not dumb, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like some soccer players and stuff like that, you can tell that they're dumb as rocks, you know?
Yeah.
They're good at kicking the ball.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Zhukov! The fans love it as he goes face first.
Man, great reaction for Koko. Is that because he's the first guy out, or do you think
Yes.
he's just really over?
Yes. No, he's the first guy. People again are like, it can't get better than Koko.
You know what
And
they
it
say?
never did.
Is the big Russian. Really, he can't keep him down, Alfred.
He's more of like a medium-sized Russian. He's not that big. His head is big.
He's quite the melonhead. Hey, spill to the outside.
Call from the outside. Pulling the...
Man, Koko was a big deal at one point in the WWF. Like, he sang the title track to WWF Pile Driver.
Pile Driver, yeah.
Driver. No, that's not how it goes.
But was that not because he could
Pile
sing?
Driver. Could be.
Yeah,
But hey,
you
that's
know,
a big push, man.
It's like him and Jimmy Hart, right?
Yeah.
No one else is going out there singing a song.
And he was in the first ever WWF Raw match, getting squashed by Yokozuna.
Okay.
And
Hall of Famer.
he was The Undertaker's first victim in 1990 Survivor Series. He took a nasty tombstone, and that was it. He sold it so well.
And that was face first right to that steel that connects the...
Hey, you got any questions for OSC?
I may have some questions there for OC. We have Al from Northern Iron.
Nar, nar. Hey, Al.
Al, you fecker, you. OC, you're famed for speaking your mind without a politically correct filter.
Yeah.
With that in mind, would you do an OSW review episode covering the OSWs from the two-man era? You couldn't be arsed attending.
The dark days.
The 1988 run of shows?
It would have been post WrestleMania 3 until before WrestleMania 5.
It was like Survivor
Yeah,
Series.
1988.
Yeah. Dark days for OSW. No, because that would require me to do work. Fuck that.
Fair
But
enough.
I have watched them.
Frankie's location. the backhand knife edge right to the chest. Was that a burn?
Frank from New Jersey.
Hey, what's the matter, you?
What opinion?
That's in New Jersey, right?
Yeah.
New Jersey?
Yeah. New Jersey. Oh, a bit of Robbie E.
Robbie E.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bromans. What opinion expressed by you in an episode of OSW has aged most badly or that you now disagree with?
That's an easy one. Steamboat, Savage, WrestleMania 3.
Without question.
I was way too kind on that match.
Brilliant.
Yes! What a fucking swear. What a worker. Oh, I think this is going to be the most important question that's ever been asked in OSW history. Shane from Prince Edward Island in Canada.
Yeah.
Mr. OSC, have you officially released your official updated boy stable?
That's an interesting one because all I did was replace Carlito with Matt Morgan. So everyone else stays the same.
Everyone else is the same?
Yep.
Okay, so do you want to roll it off?
Can't remember.
I'll put it on screen.
There we go. That is the unveiling of the new. Like, I know Marty's in there. I know Virgil's in there. I know Buttplug is in there.
That's a fine stable.
Matt Morgan. You see, I think.
Albert.
Oh, yeah, A-Train.
10 side.
I think that was it, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I had 6 because I had Shane Sewell as well. I think
Well, you need to have Shulinator.
You can't let go of
No,
Sewell.
he's in
Yeah.
there.
So
we
I
must
would
have all
imagine
had
that your
6.
love for Sewell has only been strengthened
Yeah,
after the most
absolutely.
recent
And the
arc.
Quebecers, and the Quebecers, and the Quebecers again. Crackers, 4 times.
Bashir.
Strong
Yeah,
voyage.
very strong.
What about you, Jay?
Voyage,
What
the
about
voyage.
your-
No.
The aggression!
Ah.
Dude,
No
no
one-
one disrespect.
No one wants to hear my boys table. I have to think about it more. Who've I got?
You got Test,
Oh my God.
Blackman.
Yes. The best member of Too Cool?
Sorry, Brian Christopher, of course.
Actually, Too Sexy Brian Christopher.
Yeah,
I want
too-
pre-Too Cool.
Okay, too sexy.
I haven't talked about B Squared in a while. I think he's on the bubble.
B squared!
You know? Specifically B Squared. I might have to bring him up more.
But you did bring him up a lot.
Yeah, I think he's out. Do you know?
Shit.
He had his
But
time
you
in
need,
this
you
one.
need a replacement.
Yeah.
You can't dismiss a boy without getting in a replacement boy.
Can I have MXM?
Yes.
Do they count as one?
Yes.
Excellent. Oh, contentious. How is the Outrunners? Are they allowed? Have
I-
they shop ass in stable?
So my plan was to take out Knox and put in the Outrunners, but I'm like, I feel like that they should be shared, you know?
A shared boy. That sounds
Communal
something
boys.
that will come out in, in Discovery. Pretty happy with those. But Stephen, tell me about yours.
Yeah, I'll just give a quick update on my boy
Please.
stable. So Regal, Finlay,
Yeah.
staying in.
Yeah, fair.
Do I have to give up Matt Hardy?
He's too respected. Like, now when you put him in, I think that was acceptable. But since broken Matt Hardy, he's now too... Although
Okay.
you're putting in specifically V1.
I am putting in version 1 Matt Hardy.
I think...
2003.
yeah, okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so those 3 are staying in. Christian's out.
Yeah, has to be.
Daddy Magic's in.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
He was actually in CYN, Control Your Narrative, and he was like in the rafters, and it's him and another guy, and they're just going, and it's like, you're ruining the whole bit by being like Statler and Waldorf. Like, you can't do it. Boy Central, that man.
Boy Central.
That's 4.
That's 4. I think Chavo's got to go.
Yeah, fair enough.
You're dumping him. Yeah.
You know what, lads? Knox is gone. I'm bringing in Dave Taylor. I'm going
Shit wrestler. Here
I'm
we
going
go.
for the holy trinity of Dave Taylor, Finlay, and Regal. Yeah.
He's going for it.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm happy with that.
And again, right to the throat.
Russian doing a lot.
Rory from Los Angeles. What is the number one thing Yanks do that annoy you?
I don't have anything. I think they're perfect. Steve, what about you? Deal with a lot of Americans in your day-to-day life.
I think Americans have become so divided that they are combative about fucking everything. You can't just like anything or talk about anything without hearing someone who disagrees with it. And that does my tits in.
Okay.
I think every American we've met is super nice, but like
everyone's nice in person.
Yeah, there's a big divide between being online and seeing people in person.
Yep, 100%. Rob from Massachusetts. What's a stereotype about Irish people that is very true and very false? Or choose one because you're only allowed to answer one.
Yes.
The very false one is that we drink a lot.
Oh man.
Oh, to be fair, we were like for a long time.
Not anymore.
No.
Hold on a second.
It was a big high energy type.
That was
dropkick.
Big result here for Koko.
Do you think Zhukov can ever come back from this?
On this show that nobody is even aware of?
Didn't even know what happened. Is this the win that cemented him in the Hall of Fame?
There's actually only like one big bit of ska from this tour, which was, we can thank WWF executive Jim Troy for spearheading these European shows. Well done, mate. He was a former hockey player hired as head coach initially for Vince's hockey team, Cape Cod Buccaneers. Our bro Dynamite Scott did a wonderful YouTube video about it in WrestleSpective, link in the description. Troy also helped set up the sale of WWF from Vince Sr. to Vince Jr., getting WWF on USA Network, replacing Southwest Championship Wrestling. Anyway, why am I telling you this? Well, on the next leg of the tour in Brussels, Troy and Shawn were in the hotel lobby getting shit-faced. Now, Troy is what's known as a hockey goon, as in I'm put on the ice just to beat up other hockey players. Shawn and Troy get belligerent. Koko Ware comes over to calm down. Troy calls him a fake tough guy, and he's like, what do you got to be a prick about it? Troy slaps him, so Koko beat the shit out of him.
Good!
2 black eyes, all cut up face. I'll finish that in a sec.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Mean Gene Okerlund here live at the London Arena on Sky Channel throughout Great Britain, Europe, and the entire world. Now, during the course of events tonight, I'm going to have an opportunity to talk to some of the great superstars, including this man, who is going to be seeing action very shortly. He is Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Hacksaw, come on in.
Thumbs up, Mean Gene. I'm all excited being here in England, and I feel very royal with my crown and cape.
All right.
It's like Learning Tree Chris Jarrett. It's like a promo.
It's the eyes. It's his eyes.
The 2 men that you have to be concerned about.
And the tongue.
Jim Duggan. Not only your opponent, the Honky Tonk Man, but his manager.
You call him whatever you want to call him. I call him the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. But Honky Tonk, I'm not going to take nothing away from you. You're a good wrestler, and you sure look cute, and you play a mean guitar, but you can't fight a lick. And that's what Hacksaw Jim Duggan does, is fight. And I've just got one thing to say to Jimmy Hart. You stick your nose in my business, 2x4 will be there. Ho!
Thank you, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Let's go back to the...
They're all part of Hogan's clique, aren't they?
Yeah, well, he got a job.
Yeah. Jimmy Hart.
Yeah, that's when Eric went on his buying spree of ex-WWF talent to go to WCW. Yeah, he got a payday. Yeah. Just to finish that, when Vince found out about Koko beating the crap out of Troy, he fired both Koko and Troy. But Koko would get rehired a few weeks later, and eventually Troy would get his job back as well.
Okay.
Stupid. I also heard that the Rockers lost their jobs as well and were rehired the next day. So I hope they didn't get their flight, you know.
Canadian strongest man, Dino Bravo, but he is
Dino Bravo here versus, you'll find out.
I'm
nice weighty.
I'm digging his like cummerbund gimmick. It's
you don't
cool,
see that,
isn't
do
it?
you?
No, you never see that stuff.
Jimmy Hart, that is double trouble for anybody. Look at this power.
the push-ups with the mouth of the South on his back.
I wouldn't fuck with him either.
Strong as an ox.
I would not fuck with him because he, oh my God, he's well, allegedly evolved in illegal cigarette
I
smuggling
don't think
racket.
that's alleged.
We can drop
it
that?
was a mafia hit.
Yeah. So he died at 44, found in his home, slumped over his chair, watching hockey. 17 bullets, 7 in the head, 10 in the torso.
Holy shit.
17 bullets.
That's an execution, like.
Yeah.
That's a message. You know what I mean? Like, 1 or 2 in the head will do it, lads. You know what I mean?
One.
Usually, yeah.
Unless you're like 50 Cent. You know what I mean? Didn't he get shot like 9 times or something?
yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
We expect great things. We certainly do. And he never, ever lets us down in that department either. Look at this crowd here.
Bret Hart at this time, you see they're testing the waters for a Bret singles run. Like, they wouldn't pull the trigger on it until 91. But Bret was just saying, I hate working with Dino Bravo. Because he was like, he's trying to be kind by just saying he relies on his power. Which is a nice way of saying he's lazy.
He can do nothing.
Yeah. But Bret is in the every night is a chance to prove myself mode. Well, we'll see.
Different times.
Can Dino Bravo stay with the pace of the Hitman?
Oh, the shades here to hide his nervousness on camera.
He originally wore the sunglasses.
Yeah.
But the shades are so much better.
Yeah, definitely. And cheap.
Yeah?
You can make loads of them, right?
You used to get them in Yop.
Yup.
Yeah, I did.
The glasses?
Yeah, for free.
No way.
Or I had to send away, I think.
Yeah.
But it was like 2 labels and I got the Bret Hart.
No way.
Yeah, it was like the / Doc Brown.
Yes.
The Doc Brown goggles.
Browns.
And there is an example of that upper body strength that the big French Canadian possesses.
Ian from Worcester asks, when recording, what annoys you the most about J and V1?
Inappropriate masturbation.
Furious masturbation.
As opposed to appropriate masturbation. No, I obviously wouldn't answer that question.
By we, I mean me, talk for way too long. Like, I keep you here until past it.
Of course, I thought that goes without saying. But
that time I hornswoggled you with a secret Bill and Ted review, I think.
That was a low point. Or you reviewing the random Japanese women's match. That was another low point.
But I enjoyed you not enjoying it, so it kind of evens out.
If Jay watches something, he's got to review it.
Yeah.
Keep him in a box, boys. Keep him in a box.
Oh, sorry, do you have any wrestling questions for us?
Joris from the Benelux.
Hey, he's one of your boys.
Mr. OC, how do you cope with wrestlers who've done terrible things like Snuka Benoit, so-called wife battery, JBL abusing, hazing, Hogan being a racist, etc.?
I don't have like a straightforward answer. Most people will say I separate the man from the performer.
Yeah.
But a lot of the time I don't do that. Like, I hate Triple H. I can't get over my hate for him and the damage he did for many, many years. Whether he's making up for it now, I don't care. So I hated him as a performer, but it helped because I wanted The Rock to beat him. I wanted Austin to beat him.
Well, that also hurts your fandom.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because he is affecting the product that you're watching. Where you're like, look, all of these people he named did terrible things and they're awful. Like, it wouldn't stop me from watching. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Weird. Wrestling only kind of got clean in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Like, wrestling historically is a cutthroat, carny business, full of scumbags, stereotypes and racism. Like, that's just what wrestling is and how it's been brought up. Grifting people out of their money. So hearing that it's clean, that's weird to me. That it's a nice place to work that isn't full with coked out, paranoid smackbacks.
Yeah.
And
it's been like that going back 150 years. It's an entire industry built on lies and conning people out of money.
Yeah.
So
patience.
Yeah. Yes.
And that's when it hurts the most, when you're not looking for that type of a shot. You have no defense. Look at Bravo! He's leaving the arena!
He is walking back toward the dressing room area, you're right. And it's obvious that the mouth of the South has to do a lot of talking here.
Do we get this spot? Does this spot exist where people take a breather outside and threaten to leave, but then the ref threatens to count them out?
They will do it a bit, but it's not a big heat spot because anyone who's watched wrestling for more than a wet day knows that the match is not going to end, you know?
Could you imagine if the fans just got up and went to the concession stand? That's the end of the match. Again.
Or just started rushing the ring, you know?
I think it only works when the heel does the two-handed swipe.
Yes.
You know, I'm not coming back in. Yeah, get away.
Stretches the arm out. Bravo, we talk about the bench.
Brilliant. Jack from Swansea, Chase from Oregon, and Graham from Pensacola, Florida all have similar questions. OC, you've mentioned in past episodes your favourite wrestling books, Death of WCW, Foley, Bret's First, but are there any wrestling books that you would recommend against reading?
William Regal.
Oh, really?
I don't care about your career in Blackpool as a young man.
In the Combat Club?
In said Combat Club. I couldn't care less, and I wager most people don't care. Give me the ska, give me the lowdown, what happened backstage, who fucked you over, and give out about them, please.
How many chapters are dedicated to Finlay?
Not enough.
Naked dressed men.
That would be the burning question in my brain.
Steve, if there was a chapter, I would literally read that now.
Bring it into me, yeah?
Just read it. I'm sure he mentions it, but it's one of these short kind of 200-page jobs, knocked out very much like Austin's book is terrible.
Austin's book is bad.
Hogan's book is terrible.
It's bad.
You know,
it's funny though.
Do you think?
The Rock says.
This is one I haven't read because I know it's going to be like Austin's book, but worse.
No, it's worse. It's the worst wrestling book there's ever been made.
Okay.
Which?
The Rocks.
Oh, because it's in kayfabe and in the third person?
It's horrific. It's so bad.
You could only do this in the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
And get away with it.
Yeah.
He gets a blow into the midsection and sends down
Jonathan from St. Cloud, Florida.
Oh, didn't get that crucifix.
Not like Bret.
Non-wrestling book question.
I'll put that on Dino. Go on.
What is the best/worst book to film adaptation?
You're talking to somebody.
Return of the King and the...
You are talking to somebody who basically only reads wrestling autobiographies.
And occasionally football autobiographies.
Yes. So I am deeply unqualified to answer that question. But I bet if you were to ask Steve, Dark Tower, maybe?
The Dark Tower is very middling. It's neither the best or worst. I love Interview with the Vampire. I think it's one of the few movies that's better than the book.
Okay.
I watched the TV show adaptation as well, and it's like...
Oh man, huge one.
It's okay. Yeah.
Jay, for you,
can I
just William Shatner's Tech War?
It never reached the lofty goals except for itself.
Sorry, Jay. Would you like to talk about your favourite all-time wrestler against Bret Hart?
And the fans in London not appreciative of those moves at all by Bravo.
I actually wanted to put over Gunter because Bret Hart was on Raw in 2024. He was in like the season premiere, which is preposterous because they don't have an off season; they're on every week. But Gunther said to Bret, "Oh, you're my favorite wrestler. Actually, my second. My first is Bill Goldberg."
Yes,
because
great.
Kicked Bret in the head. I gave him a concussion. Fantastic.
That's not funny at all.
Yeah. I do like that Bret is still salty about it. Like, it's kind of a meme, you know? He hangs around FTR a lot these days, you know? I remember they were trying to sniggle, are you going to get a manager's thing? But he was like, this is a special occasion.
Yeah.
So they settled for wearing, like, his jocks instead. Not his jocks, but...
his golf jocks.
Jocks in you got to slap his hand. Okay, you better go up to that Bret Hart guy after
There's
match.
no way he is slapping the hand of a Warrior, a Beefer, or a Shawn. This is Bret Hart we're talking about here.
He'll have to do the row, though, won't he?
Sends him on the outside. He hit the safety rail on the far side that time. Look at him.
I wonder if this is the spot where Bret injured his ribs. Because it was like I remember he gave out about Dino doing that to him, like shoving him off the side of the apron.
Yeah.
But it was like,
I mean, doesn't have to leap into the metal barricades, you know what I mean?
It's a work spot that you talked about beforehand.
Look at this fella! Yes!
He should have got the Yop glasses. He just has
he just has sunglasses on, yeah.
Bret Shart over here. The cut of him. I love it.
Yeah, but that's one of Bret's notable spots, one of his 6. So, like, it's not like he can blame Dino for this one.
Yeah.
He's going to try to bring him into the ring, and I really think that has helped the Hitman.
Bret Hart, not the only wrestler to be on The Simpsons anymore, because the season 36 premiere starred John Cena.
I saw pictures. I didn't see any clips because
Damn, I didn't get you to watch it.
I wouldn't. I value my time more than that.
Damn. We need to do a pop culture rewind. Of course, Bret was in The Simpsons in 97. He was told this part is just for a wrestler, like the Mad Viking, something like that. And it's why Bret was trying to sound like somebody else, like, I'll take it.
Okay, because I always wondered why it was Bret Hart not sounding like Bret Hart.
Like, WWF fans found out that Bret was around the studio, so afterwards he was in the parking lot signing autographs for a couple of hundred fans. The producer came up to him and said, I didn't know you were somebody, a star or whatever, so we're going to draw you as you.
Oh.
Okay,
And there you go. So that's where you get the weird bit of both there.
But somebody knew he was Bret Hart, or why would he have been hired at all?
I think, good question. Yeah, I think they were just, wrestler. Vince, send one of your guys. Yeah. I tell you, it's different from the old headlock. You got a bit of a camel clutch going on.
Yeah, that's not bad. I also didn't appreciate that Bret was a heel in The Simpsons.
Yes, that is very odd, and it means like why would Bret be doing that? But it did air in actually 97, so it's actually topical enough.
Fair.
Yeah, but that's just fortunate coincidence. One great thing is I remember someone had written into the Observer asking, Dave, did you know Bret is buying a house in Springfield? And he was like, I didn't hear that he was moving from Canada. I was like, gotcha.
I love Dave Meltzer. He's so funny.
Tuna melts.
Person here says, back in the 90s, Bret Hart bought a mansion in America from Monty Burns. Did he ever sell it back to him?
I thought his mansion was in Calgary. I don't remember him ever living in the United States, until, I know he's got a place in Hawaii now, but that's after he retired in Kona, but I don't remember him ever living outside of Calgary.
And a club right to the back.
He's such a gimmick.
But he lives it, Steve.
Yes.
I reckon if you've been covering wrestling for 40 years, it's hard not to be part of it. Because he's just part of the show. Yeah. Do you remember when we were at the Scrum? He's Big Daddy Dave here chatting with Brian, so he is part of their show. Do you know? The Bucks, they don't have the Meltzer driver anymore, isn't it?
No, they changed it to the T. Is it the TK driver or the EVP? I think it's the TK driver now.
Because they really like the TK, like 7-Up.
Red lemonade.
Yeah, I love it. Cream soda for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay.
cream soda guy, yeah.
Oh, speaking of cream soda, I recently tasted the Oreo Coke.
Oh, how is it?
It tastes like if you got a half a glass of Coke and half a glass of American cream soda, gave it a whirl and drank it.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's not bad. It's sickly sweet though. Like you couldn't drink much of it.
Okay.
But overall, not bad. Probably won't ever have it again though.
You couldn't be in a better situation. Our Sky One cameraman here doing a tremendous job.
The big bear hug. How much?
Do you have any food questions? There is a lot of Hogan in this match.
Yeah, well, that's kind of Dino, isn't it?
Yeah,
really?
you got it. Like, Bret, stop moving, would you? Just come on. We call it getting heat. There is pumping and gasping, straining and wincing.
No, certainly not. Resilience is one of his big assets.
Okay. Liam from Kildare.
Hey!
What does the great OC get in his chicken fillet roll?
Mayonnaise, lettuce, and onions.
No meat?
So you're what, the chicken is the
chicken.
meat.
Okay, good. Onions. Just a packet full of onions. What do you have inside the chicken fillet? Onions again. Sorry, Steve.
Yes.
I'd say, Steve, you gotta have a bit of tuna and sweet corn. I can just see that happening.
Despise fish.
Okay.
Hate fish.
Right.
Tuna and sweet corn. Oh my god.
On a chicken fillet roll. I do like to have a little bit of grated cheese.
Yep.
Some stuffing. and some jalapenos.
Yeah, you're fancy.
I am a jalapeno man.
That is the fanciest chicken roll I think I've ever heard of. Crazy, man. Jay,
Oh man, if I
tune in sweet corn.
But if I was being gluttonous, I would love some like egg mayo and the chicken fillet.
I despise egg
probably
mayo as
some
well.
salad on there, whatever salad they have.
Okay.
So yeah, I could go for one of those.
Haven't had a chicken fillet roll in ages. Shit.
Reeling up against the ropes on the left side. Here we go for the ride to the right side. Bravo in. He's up and over.
Nice, powerful backdrop executed there by Bret Hart.
I think we're coming to the finish here, boys. What do you think?
How many of the moves, the 6 moves? Have you done
That's
now?
okay. That is move 4.
He does do a nice leg drop, like
It's so quick. It's a snap leg drop.
Yes, it's
Great way to put it.
It's like he jumps downwards.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
That makes so much sense.
Doesn't
But
it?
You're right, though. You're right. Can I ask? Do you think Bret suffered from not having a non-submission finisher? Given that it was such a big... I know he was a big player in the Attitude Era, but as a baby face, you know, the rock bottom, the people's elbow, the stunner, the super kick.
I would say, like, he got the WWF title 5 times, so he did all right. But I think submission is a more definitive way to win. So I think for him, he'd be well happier with, as opposed to I've incapacitated you for 3 seconds, you've quit on the match
because it's more real to
Yes.
Bret, and so it matters
Okay.
more.
Yeah.
Okay, I would love to see Bret's spreadsheet. I would love it. It'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
I'd probably be so pissed at Dino as you beat me once in 1986. I've never gotten over it.
Yeah, I've never let it go. What's your guilty go-to pleasure snack? Or just snack? It doesn't
Imagine having a non-pleasurable.
tuna sweet corn.
I hate every bite. There's so many, man. I love that you can get them in Aldi or Lidl, these little pumpkins with Reese's, you know, that kind of peanut buttery flavour. They only come out at Halloween, but delicious. It's tough to only have 2.
Oh, okay.
Probably about 300 calories a pop
Yeah,
or something like that.
that's
Just
the
like
problem.
absolute danger.
Yeah.
Has been shaken by Bret Hart.
Hard over the top. He slipped in, Alfred. He rolls up Dino Bravo. No.
Oh, this is it?
He's a heavy man. Yeah, and a heavy
Oh my
plan.
fucking god! I suppose it's
Look at Bret's face.
It's 1989.
Look,
I love it.
I need to know how real it is to Bret.
It's real.
He can never undo this.
Bret's not jobbing. He's not doing the job. He lost a fight. That's his greatest strength and his biggest weakness as a professional wrestler.
It's okay. He can go back to his bar in Calgary. He has like Hitman's Bar, and like some of the names of the drinks or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, Pile Driver, Paralyzer, Jabroni Negroni,
Ooh.
No.
and the Blue Blazer Margarita.
Okay.
They're my top
Okay.
3.
It's weird because the margarita is not blue. You'd think he'd go for like one of the blue drinks, you know?
Yeah, like a Blue Lagoon. Is that a cocktail?
Yeah.
Blue Blazer Lagoon or something like that?
So Bret and Dino, they'd be in a Survivor Series match next month in November. Bret as part of the 4x4s, a bundle of sticks with, with Jim Duggan, Roddy Garvin and Hercules. Power on. Here we go.
Oh,
HTM,
yeah.
baby.
Look at him.
Sky 1, Jimmy Hart, your man, in action shortly against Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Mean Gene, baby, the honky-tonk man, baby, he is ready to shake, rattle, and roll the king, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, right, honky, baby?
Have mercy. When Sky One said, we want entertainment, we want singing, we want dancing, they didn't call for Stones, they didn't call for Beatles, they didn't ask for hermits. They said, give us a honky-tonk man, and baby, the honky-tonk man delivered the total entertainment package. The honky-tonk man wants to do something nobody's ever done before. All the Queen's horses and all the Queen's men, they ain't gonna put this king back together again. The honky-tonk man will be wearing that crown in just a few minutes, Jack.
You know, I'm very curious, Honky Tonk. We're here in London.
This is, I assume, a few weeks after he lost the Intercontinental title, is it?
Yeah, that was SummerSlam 88, so that would have been the prior year.
Shit, okay.
London Bridge, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
That fell down a long time ago.
Do what? Come on, Jimmy, I got it.
He's great. I love Honky.
Was Mick Jagger ever going to wrestle Jim Duggan? You know, like why would they call? Oh my God! Here we go.
Montreal to Memphis.
Parlez-vous français.
Contenders in the World Wrestling Federation, the fabulous Rougeaus.
Baby, they are on top, Mean Gene. When you're with the World Wrestling Federation rockers, you better get ready to rock tonight because my fabulous Rougeau brothers are ready. Right, Jacques? Right, Raymond?
You know, Mean Gene, ever since we knew we were coming to London, we had a truckload, an 18-wheeler full of letters. Maybe a few out there didn't get our answers because we're so busy answering them back. But it's coming, wait for it, because the fabulous Rougeau brothers is going to be right here in front of you.
You know, I don't mind telling you, Raymond Rougeau, you have got your work cut out for you this evening. Here in front of this capacity crowd, you've got the Rockers, Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty.
Well, you know what, Mean
I
Gene,
love Jacques. He's
really
never off. Look at him. He's just working.
A box of grits over from Memphis to give ourselves some energy to beat up on the Rockers.
Jimmy Hart, you know how important this victory is. I am certain that whoever wins this one is going to get a shot at the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champion.
You better believe it. You know, the Rockers, they are a tough team. They're no pushover, but, you know, it ain't all music and dancing, Rockers. We come to fight tonight, baby. The fabulous Rougeau brothers and Jimmy Hart.
Jimmy, tell them that new motto we have, early to bed.
All right, here's a new...
bed, early to rise. Makes the fabulous Rougeau brothers healthy, wealthy, and wise.
Steve, who did it better? Fabulous Rougeaus with their ingratiating narcissistic US gimmick or MJF?
Oh, man.
Did MJF ever rhyme?
Probably not. It's different types of heat, isn't it? These are nauseously nice, you know what I mean? Like, it's so fake. It's such bullshit. It's brilliant. Whereas Max is like, he's a shit-eating heel with his big fake ring. Like, yeah, it's just different types.
Like
of
these
heat.
guys play it straight.
Yeah,
and you get more annoyed as opposed to Max letting you in on it.
Like Max is a troll. It's just different levels.
Hi, Hulk Hogan here, and you're watching Sky Movies, and you better keep watching, because 1991 is going to be a knockout, brothers. Sky Movies and the World Wrestling Federation will be bringing you the Royal Rumble, WrestleMania 7, SummerSlam, and the Survivor Series. They're all coming your way on the movie channel that can't be beat, Sky Movies.
I'm looking forward to an interview where the wrestlers don't open with, you know something, Mean Gene, or you know Mean Gene.
There's been zero, you know something, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I wonder if, like, Hogan wrote that in the clause. No one else can tell Mean Gene something.
Maybe Beefer is allowed to tell him something. And that's about it.
Do love Al Honky. Honky, of course, had the longest Intercontinental Championship reign for over 35... That's just not true. I wrote 35 years here. 454 days, June 87 to August 88. Beaten by Gunther in September 2023. Honky won the belts, beating Steamer at Superstars episode 40 and got squashed by the Ultimate Warrior SummerSlam 88. He was in the WWE Hall of Fame 2019. Eric Bischoff, he was asked who's the most overrated wrestler of all time, and he's like, fucking Honky Tonk Man. Honky Tonk Man by a mile.
Wow.
Eric would have picked him up.
Beautiful audience, thank you. Thank you very much.
Is he going to cut another promo?
I'm not going to let you down, the Honky Tonk Man. I'll be glad to sing for you.
Oh, I bet you he will.
Turn the music up loud.
Oh, yeah, why not?
He needs to come out and cut a promo on Shakin' Stevens. Would get a major heat in England, wouldn't it?
Yes.
It's not my words.
Now, wait till you hear this crowd. They are going to erupt.
Eric Bischoff said that firing Honky Tonk Man was his favourite firing when he was an exec in WCW.
Okay.
He loves getting rid of him.
I'm not a fan of this Honky hate, man. He's fucking great.
He was here. Like, yeah, he had his time and that was the end of it. So I can understand him being shit somewhere else.
You telling me that you don't want Honky still doing this in 1998?
Oh man, yeah, he played an excellent chicken shit heel who didn't get his comeuppance. Like,
he never lost,
and he's so unrightfully confident. Has he got he has no reason to be it's awesome. Amazing ability to draw heat. You just want to see someone shut him up, which is what a great heel does, And Colonel Jimmy Hart working off him is great. Great cartoon dastardly duo.
Was Gunther a worthy taker of that record?
Oh, he's fantastic. Yeah, he did great. I'm kind of shocked that it hadn't been broken, in the 30 years since that. Yeah, 35 years. Yeah.
Especially because the IC title was just forgotten for many years. Somebody could have just had it.
There were times when it went away. Do you remember in the dark days when they got rid of the mid-card titles?
Yeah.
Was it 2003 or 4 or something like that? What were you doing?
It's so strange. You got 2 world titles, 1 tag titles, or maybe 2 tag titles.
I think at that. Oh, I don't know, because they went back and forth. We're we're going to unify them, and then we're going to split them up again.
To be honest.
And then they brought them back 6 months later because it was a stupid idea.
Still getting a pop despite being pro-American in the UK.
Yeah, but there was no animosity there.
Yeah, 1989, the hatred of the US wasn't a thing, was it?
Yeah, because they're importing US talent here. I just, with Martha Hart at the All In, and she's we're really great fans with Canada, boo, and we're really great friends with the USA, boo, but what about the Commonwealth?
Honky Tonk Man. He has to be very irate.
It's great stuff.
I predict this is going to be an absolute barn burner of a match.
Are we going to get the spot where he says he's going to walk away and he does the double wave?
Yes, I think so.
We can only hope.
Yeah.
We can only hope.
Old Jim Duggan here, doctor of Dugganomics.
He's huge.
He is, yeah.
Oh my God. I don't know how... Eugene turned heel on him in 2006. If you remember that, they had a tag team, and then they lost, and it's let's hug it out. And then Eugene's and beats him up, and then he gets his 2x4, and he pierces him in the neck with it. And Duggan sells. He's it's so good. I can't believe they didn't pair them together. It's a natural pairing.
Oh, there's she was on British TV as a presenter.
Yeah. Is that Heidi High?
It could be. Yes.
Face rings a bell. Yeah. Those big Sally Jesse Raphael red glasses. They were.
It's a bit Timmy
Mallets.
Yes.
Timmy Mallety.
Yeah.
He's going one step beyond.
They're not going to let him talk.
If you people don't shut up, the Honky Tonk Man's not going to sing for you tonight.
Heidi High makes sense.
You can tell that lady there is she's mortified. They were doing that to get a pop, and she's like, oh my god, what am I doing with my life?
What a tremendous crowd.
Your man Honky Tonk Man was just saying that he loved working with Hogan because he get paid 10 grand per bout. And so having a run with him was really great. But he said his favourite matches was with Macho. He just said, I got to work with him for 6 to 8 months at a stretch, and I was just, putting on amazing matches.
You know what I mean?
He was
like
putting
to
on.
see some of those to judge how amazing they are.
I was listening to Jim Duggan and his interviews. Do you remember, back in the mid-2000s, you had that Burial of the Ultimate Warrior DVD, and they were going to do it for Bret as well until he got on board, and it was a puff piece. But Duggan would do interviews, and he did one with WWE Classics, and he was just wrestlers who are a flash in the pan, Goldberg, Warrior. None of you can stand up. People still say, "Oh!" It got in the crowd, got in their heads. The longevity,
the payoff.
Yeah,
20 years in the making, brilliant.
And I think there's a lot of guys that are considered legends that are really flashes in the pan. Bill Goldberg, how long did he wrestle for? Ultimate Warrior, how long has he been around? To be able to keep that crowd interest for all these years, it's amazing. And people say, well, Hacksaw, all you do is go out there and go, ho, in USA, that's it. I said, if that's all I did, how come everybody else that goes out there and hoes in USA doesn't have the crowd? There's something inside that translates to the people, and that's something that I'm very proud of.
Straightening ahead, messing up the hair of the Honky Tonk Man.
Messing up the hair spot is wonderful. for a very narcissistic wrestler.
I hate the atomic drop so much. It's a silly move.
What about the Manhattan drop, though?
What's that?
Isn't that the same thing, but they just
turned around?
Turned around. I love wrestling.
Honky Tonk Man face first. Gets stomped on the outside.
So far, no offensive moves at all by the Honky Tonk Man. And his manager, Mouth of the South, appealing to him, do something, do something.
Look from behind now.
Can't remember what Raw was on, but like moments in wrestling where it's kind of been lost to time, but I'm sure it exists, is that Duggan was cutting a promo with DX, and he's talking to one of them, then he sees China, and he was like, isn't that right? Tough guy. Everyone popped. It's pretty funny.
That's good stuff. Steve, Rob from New York asks, what would your death row meal be? Chicken fillet roll with onions.
Extra onion. Remove the chicken, add more onion.
Jesus, yeah, I'd have
cake with a file in it.
It'd be a selection, I'd have like a Whopper in there. I might have a Big Mac in there. Bit of pizza, bit of Thai food, bit of Nepalese food. It would just be a nice mixture.
Would you eat all you want, but take all you want, but eat all you take?
Eat all you take.
I'd be like, I'll just eat so much food that it takes hours, right? The people are like, oh, come on. And I'd be like, this is my last meal. Right? Then you want to inconvenience them as much as possible, so you eat until you're bursting, and then when they kill you, you just shit yourself, and then they have to spend the rest of the night cleaning it.
You've thought about it.
Yeah. I don't want to be in the viewing gallery for this. We'll need one of those rain ponchos that Americans wear. A splash guard.
Lads, have you got anything in mind specific that, what would be your tipple?
I like this spite meal. That sounds pretty good.
It's good shit, isn't it? Everything.
I'd probably add in chicken tikka roll in there as well.
Okay.
I would like that. Because it's very different from actual chicken tikka. Like, I don't know if Americans have it, but our chicken tikka from Centra or Spar, it's a luminous orange.
I was
Pinky
never a
orange.
fan of it.
No?
It's cold.
Yeah, it's cold and it's
bit of mayo in
gloopy.
there. Yeah. The gloop. You don't like the gloop.
But the gloop.
Yeah.
It's like,
how else are you gonna explode?
If I'm going to have chicken tikka, but like, can I get like an Indian and
that's
throw
real
that
food,
on a roll?
You're spot on. I think Jay would like pizza served on a tray, served on the floor.
Served on a man's hat.
Only floor pizza, please.
Steve, for you, breakfast roll. Job done.
Oh, a bit of Jer's Deli.
Jer's Deli, breakfast roll. I mean, I certainly wouldn't turn it down. What's the onion situation?
Do you want them or not?
Fried onions, though.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Throughout the remainder of this match, obviously.
Oh, look at the Honky Tonk Man. He believes he's got everything going for him. Now, look at that confident smile. He really is sure that he's going to get...
Got any wrestling questions?
We certainly do. Jonathan from Philadelphia asks, what would be your dream match? Assume any match type, any wrestlers, alive or dead.
I'll tell you.
Oh, I got one. Can I pitch one to you?
Yes.
Ospreay, Teddy Hart.
Flip Gordon, triple threat.
Cat, 4-way.
Sold.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I want a steel cage match. No ropes. So if you want to do a top rope move, you have to do a top cage move.
Wow. So you got to commit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So all the moves are off the top of the cage. But yeah, that would be a pure indulgence. But as a kid, all I wanted was Hogan Bret at SummerSlam 93.
Okay.
Oh man.
For the world title. Yeah. What about yourselves? That's
probably Bret Angle.
Oh my God. He's good. You guys are on fire today. I'm sad now. No, that's it. That's what I want. That's what I want. I fucking love Kurt Angle. Fucking love Bret Hart. I would love to see that.
Yeah.
They would be so good.
WrestleMania X7.
Iron Man as well, so we can get a good hour out of them.
Full hour.
Yeah.
Do you want it at WrestleMania
no
or
falls.
do you want it as the marquee match for like a SummerSlam or something? so that it was, because you can't put that in a WrestleMania.
Is that 'cause
they won't stand for it?
Is that because Jericho Triple H will be on top? Is it? Rock my God, Mania.
On the part of King Duggan, the old hacksaw, he doesn't take anything lying down. He tries his best at all times, so don't write him out just yet.
Not bad. Not bad.
The sell.
Yeah.
I do like the delay.
Oh, he spider breaded that though. I love it.
Have we
I
mentioned?
appreciate that.
Do you know who's great at that turnbuckle spot? It's Triple H.
Yeah.
He's so good at it.
Yeah.
I feel like Triple H, because he was such a tyrant in the mid 2000s, people still haven't quite let it go.
Yeah, like me and Steve.
Like me.
But like,
Yeah.
there was a time when he was just out of this world. Like pre-quad tear, he was so good.
Hit him with the move.
Amazing
Clean.
that did not get countered. That's like one of the most counterable moves in history.
Especially when you're running towards the fucking turnbuckle.
It's like it's so telegraphed.
Yeah.
It's a full-on pull. Oh man, can I just shout out Jim Duggan? He was on Gamesmaster season 2. He was like, all right, why don't you play Super WrestleMania on the SNES? And it's like, oh, he's not a playable character. so he picks Macho. And he lost.
But was he playing like you see people playing video games in movies? You know,
He is, and he jobs.
yeah, okay.
It's like one of the only times in his career where he lost.
You know, like
Well done, Hayden.
my favorite movie gaming trope is, you know, like someone is playing on, you know, like a Xbox 360 pad, and then it's like the Pong sound in the background. Come on, lads.
Yeah,
So weird
Jerry
hearing the
Lawler
song
wins,
and
I
it
know.
not being Jerry Lawler.
I know. He made it his own.
It is weird, but this is just like the Kingly song.
Yeah.
For sure, Harley Race had it as well.
It's actually a good song.
The Great Gates of Kiev.
Okay.
Steve, sorry, are you done?
Oh yeah, I got nothing.
Matt from Buckinghamshire.
Buckinghamshire. That
Yeah.
sounds made up.
What's your view on how Irish wrestlers have been portrayed in the big wrestling company? And more importantly, how is Fit Finlay?
My favourite Irish wrestler of all time is Finn Balor, Prince Devitt. Unfortunately, he's small and he's not great at cutting promos, so he's never going to be pushed that hard.
I am sad that they gave him the Universal title, beat Seth, but he got injured, separated his shoulders in the match thanks to Seth. And then Vince is like, you're injury prone, never again. And
Is there any more person more injury prone than Seth fucking Rollins?
Sting? Didn't he have a few? Sting, he injured Sting as well. Yeah, it's Seth Rollins, yeah. Blocked Steven.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this is like the OC versus Mang, but it's like, it's just, the only difference, I wouldn't fear Seth.
Yeah, you could take him.
All right, we're back with the superstars of wrestling live from the London Arena here on Sky One. Jimmy Hart, big one tomorrow night in Birmingham as this man, Dino Bravo, teams up with Macho Man Randy Savage to meet the tandem of Hacksaw Jim Duggan and the World Wrestling Federation champion Hulk Hogan.
You know what? That's what I've dreamed about, baby. This is unbelievable. Birmingham tomorrow night. The world's strongest man, Dino Bravo, teaming up with the Macho Man. Man, we're ready. Hulkamania, you get ready along with the Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Daddy. Right, baby? Right?
All right,
come on.
Sounds like he's
I've
short.
waited long enough, Mean Gene. I have to come all the way across the ocean to get my hands on the two biggest heroes in the World Wrestling Federation. The champion, Hulk Hogan. I'm finally going to get my hands on you, big monster. You're going to realize what it is to have that kind of raw power. You people saw it tonight. It's only the beginning. And you, cross-eyed Jim Duggan, people look at you like
Do you yearn for the days of shouty promos?
Yes.
Big time.
Yeah.
Really?
Like, not every promo, but the Outrunners have shown that there's
a gap in the market big enough for shouty man promos.
Okay, but shouty, serious, like even main event man promos.
I don't know if this works in a main event setting in 2024.
It's more of a nostalgia. Actually.
Yeah.
But I'm so impressed with the Outrunners. I imagine, especially Dax, but especially Cash, are jealous that they didn't come up with the Outrunners gimmick because it looks so much fun.
Yeah.
Like you can tell Dax loves it.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, we'll kind of make a foursome then. So can I do some of your shtick?
Man,
he's very good at it.
I love FTR, but I'm like, them being with the Outrunners just gives me like Jericho heat. You know the way when you put Jericho with, you know, like an up and comer and he kind of leeches off them. That's what I get. I'm like, can we get
call him a leech?
Baldy away from them, please? You know, and I do think that they're going to turn on them and they're going to feud, which that's fine. But yeah, I don't like the buddy babyface stuff.
Getting their money's worth out of these wrestlers. Yeah. Everyone has to have a match and cut a promo, possibly backstage afterwards as well.
Yeah, so 2 promos in a match.
My goodness, there you go. But like, it's strong branding, strong gimmicks, strong characters.
Back, Hacksaw Jim Duggan does. And let me tell you something about the man in my corner. He's got a reputation.
Oh, by the way, this pay-per-view is like a smidge over 2 hours.
That's just...
It's like 2:10.
It's good shit, isn't it?
It's just beautiful.
It's like the perfect length of time.
Yeah.
About is you, Bravo. You about
oh my God, I don't want to see that match. Oh my God, Duggan Bravo. Where's Limp Bizkit?
Do you like clubbing blows?
I like the slowly turning of the head. That's my spot.
Standing right in my corner, the one, the only Hulk Hogan. And Gene, when the bell rings, baby, you folks tighten up your seats.
What else you got, mate?
Kai from Manchester asks, outside of the very end of the new gen and Trars Reign of Terror, is there any other period you want to avoid like the fucking plague and will only consider covering? I lost my place. Okay.
Too late, mate. You're on.
I will only consider covering once all other options have been exhausted.
Anything we really don't want to cover.
We will go back to... We'll finish New Gen at some point.
I'm not against that.
Oh, no. We just couldn't continue it at the time.
Because it was 2 years.
Oh, exactly. we got to the end of our arc and decided to do a second arc. Like, that New Gen arc was 2 arcs.
Yeah, yeah, we did Lex and then we just...
kept on going until Mania 11.
Until the arse fell out.
I've never seen, like, we were all so high on it and that's why we kept going, and then we hit like the end of 94 and I was just like, oh my God.
Yeah, that was it.
Oh my God. Doinks.
Yeah.
Invading my nightmare still.
Yeah, we had to get out. But the Reign of Terror...
2003 Raw, yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing a bit of Goldberg there. It wouldn't kill me. In terms of like eras I wouldn't touch, it would be anything from the PG era onwards. There's nothing there I need to see.
Okay.
Nothing. I don't even think there's anything worth covering, actually.
I'd say the only thing would be like Mania 28 to 29.
Ooh, hello.
Rock and Cena.
Hold on, he's got something there.
Mean Gene, when you talk about British hospitality, brother, that's an understatement, man. When Liz and I came in from New York City, brother, we were a little worried. You know, even though the Sky Channel has had Hulkamania running wild for 6 years, I was kind of worried when we came here in person what kind of reception we were going to get. Well, as soon as we landed, Mean Gene, the dudes were posing in the parking lot, brother. The ladies were striking leg shots, man. Hulkamania was running wild, and all my maniacs gave us...
He only has whites of his eyes, lads. He's fucking ballooned.
He'd have to get like a new dealer because he's in the UK. You couldn't bring it on a plane. Unless it was chartered.
Oh, it was a different world back then, wasn't it?
Have to get it on. Tokyo, Japan, Africa, Asia, the Budokan, Madison Square Garden. But the promoters right here in London put this thing together, and I'm not worried about the sold-out house and all those Hulkamaniacs on the inside. When I called Scotland Yard today, I told them to worry about the thousands of Hulkamaniacs.
Can you imagine bumping into Hulk Hogan in England in 1989? He was just a god.
Walking around Harrods or something. There he is.
Man, I don't know. I would have freaked out.
And he's not incognito.
No.
Do you know?
No. There's no way to make him incognito.
He's so, like, that's great. He stands out so much.
You'd see him a mile off.
Yeah.
He's probably repping his own merch, like Hulkamania bands and ripping t-shirts.
The Zubaz.
Getting 3 for 15 in pennies. Sorry, Primark.
Engine shut down. It's the air conditioner. Stop, brother. This screams. Oh my God.
Look at his eyes. Oh my God.
Me and Gene was standing in the center of the plane, and as I punched a hole through one side of the plane, and punched a hole.
Still going.
He hasn't slugged his lines as well.
He's incredible.
But like I said, anything can happen with Scary Sherry, the Cauldron, and the Scepter. But you know something? Liz has a special request. She asked me to get the Macho Man hooked, to bring him right over to her. And she's got something she wants to lay on him, dude.
What are you going to do if you get your hands on the Macho Man, Miss Elizabeth?
Well, Gene, after what he's done to the Hulkster and me, I'm going to slap him so hard.
I wouldn't expect.
I don't like that. She's married to Macho Man and she's cavorting with this coked out maniac.
And talking about slapping her husband.
Yeah. That too.
I'm going to give her the chance to get even with the Macho Man. First, I'm going to out-wrestle you. Then I'm going to beat you, Macho Man. Then my lovely manager is going to embarrass you. And what are you going to do when the largest arms in the world, the most beautiful woman in the world, and Hulkamania runs wild on you?
What?
Oh, the cameraman just... that was the glory shot, the money shot. It was like, what's Liz doing? Being awkward.
My God.
He did very well.
What a promo.
Yeah.
This is what happens when we take a break from things. We appreciate them a lot fucking more, don't we?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Some interesting comments, especially from
Man, he just went out there and he
knocked it out of the park, Steve.
For minutes with not a bother to him.
Yep.
Knocked it for a 6.
Ooh,
you won.
Yeah.
That's he's saving it for 2025. You know?
There we go.
It's gonna be the new hotness.
Smashed it.
We are set to go now with some more great World Wrestling Federation action right here in the London Arena. You know, Alfred, the fans worldwide.
This is a tag team contest.
No, these two men.
For one fall. Coming down the aisle with their manager, Jimmy Hart, from Memphis, Tennessee, at a total combined weight of 473 pounds. Here are Jacques and Raymond, the fabulous Rougeaus brothers.
And the Rougeaus.
Yeah, I mean, used to like these boys.
Yeah, love them.
I just don't see anything of value. I mean, they're competent wrestlers.
Did you like as commentators instead?
Well, I liked Jacques with our boy PCO.
Oh yeah,
You know, I love me a bit a Quebecer, like
perennial champions.
Yes, like Owen never lost either to the Quebecers. Yeah. Or Beer Money. They're who never lost, and if they did, they'd win it back.
If they were in a triple threat, who's taking it? Or do they brawl outside and everyone counts out? We're all losers.
But yeah, I was never. Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Now this is the.
Marty, watch for his eyes. See if they dart.
Lads, wear cups. Jesus.
Why would you say that to me?
Because I've seen it, so you have to.
Keep that logo on the screen, please.
I tell you what, Gene, we didn't come 3,000 miles to go home empty.
I tell you what.
Everybody knows that the Rockers are looking for the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championship.
There's a little champignon.
Oh, very good, very good.
World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championship.
All right, thank you. There's
Marty with nothing.
No. Why would you give him something to say though? Like,
but Shawn was as bad.
He's worse than Liz.
Shawn was as bad at this time. He was fucking useless.
Steve, you know what I love is that Jannetty is a term for being the weak link of a tag team.
Yes.
Like Max Caster, he's doing a Jannetty speed run.
Yeah.
I love Max Caster, brother.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I know he's not as good in the ring as Bones, but I see more high on the card potential in Max.
Oh God, yeah.
Than I do Bones.
There's no comparison.
Yeah.
Jannetty, Michaels, sending the Rougeaus in.
Okay, nobody likes the Bucks, or are sick of the Bucks, but I love that they do a lot of tag team offense. Choreographed spots. So I love that they work out stuff beforehand. You can tell there's method in their matches.
It's tag team wrestling. Would you rather that, or would you rather Batista and Cena reluctantly joining together and winning the tag titles.
Despise that angle.
Yes.
There's nothing worse. You remember it was on like Raw in like 2007.
What's he going to say? Quick.
Okay, yeah, go on. Give us a reference.
Cena Orton.
Damn! I got it wrong.
Yeah, what?
Where they defeated the entire Raw roster.
Lovely.
In a match.
Lovely jubbly.
Okay. I thought you were going to say the Dudleys versus The Rock.
The Rock?
Yeah.
Table match.
SmackDown.
Yeah.
No, Dudley's won that match.
Did they?
They did.
Okay.
Sure?
On SmackDown, they definitely
Okay,
won
listen,
the
we'll
tables
put it
match.
up on the screen.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Well done, Stephen.
Thank you.
Gotcha.
No, I'm right.
No, damn.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Cena Rock, man. Defeated the entire roster in a match. I want to say, was it 2009 or 2007? One of them.
Okay.
I want to touch base with you on some important points that you heard Mean Gene talk about.
I detest. I even hate the likes of The Rock and Foley, or Foley and Austin. You know, I want tag teams. Like these 4 people are in tag teams.
Yeah. I have an apt question for you from Sebastian from Berlin. What's your favourite tag team of the New Gen era? And it is, of course, the Quebecers. He says, cheers, lads. You seriously make people happier.
Well, thank you. The Steiners.
They were like in WWF.
Yes.
Oh man, beast. We didn't get enough of them.
No, we didn't.
Yeah.
You know,
But
like
everything
SummerSlam
they
and that's
did
it.
was incredible.
Yeah, that's it. Correct answer.
Marty, you know, these days he's known for making wild claims on Facebook to keep himself in the news. Like, he had a DNA test, found out that his daughter isn't actually his, and then asking if it's okay to bang her. He's like, from a guy's side, she's fucking hot.
Oh
but
my
she's
God.
being my daughter. I want to, but I just can't get past that.
It's but how does he make money from these kind of things?
He probably gets himself trending on Twitter or something like that because people are giving out, and there's going to be some promoter who thinks that by booking someone who has recently trended, it's going to put at least 4 extra bums in seats.
Oh my God.
Or 2 really big bums in 2 seats each.
What's going to happen here? Let's remind you, tomorrow night in Birmingham.
These lads have not come here to work.
Well, they're you know.
Oh, that is great. That's
Come on,
genius level.
Come on.
Kind of with the genuflecting there. I don't think the crowd are so much biting on it though.
I think the crowd are almost burnt out of this. They're waiting for Hogan. I think that's what's happening here.
We need a Genetti speedrun. What have we got here?
Jody from Kansas says, in the early episodes, OC said he didn't watch wrestling anymore. He just watched Experience. Anyways, have been curious. What is it?
It was a 1 hour.
Can't still exist, can it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was on Sky 1, 11 a.m. on a Sunday morning, a 40-minute highlight package of Raw, which is more than enough.
Yeah, that's
All you
how
need.
I used to watch Raw, but I used to watch Livewire, which was on Saturday mornings at 10 o'clock before SmackDown, which was on at 11.
Excellent. So you're just bang, you've got
Yep.
it.
Was that the live wire with JR and Vince Russo? JR starts scolding the fans for ringing up. Oh, you got to be ready when we call you. Otherwise, get out of here. Get to hear from you. Shut up about WCW. Can I splice a bit of that
Please,
over there?
I've seen a few of the clips actually, and it is hilarious.
All right.
Yeah. And Russo's just awkwardly standing there. Yeah, it's very funny.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. What's your question or comment?
You were talking about Goldust being, or somebody being the champion that wasn't. Hunter.
Go to the next
I
one.
don't know.
We don't have time.
Folks,
Open
if you're
forum.
going to be on if you're going to be on this program, you got to think a little bit. You got to be prepared. We're not playing calls here, folks. You're either going to get on or you're going to get off, and we're not going to waste any time here. You're
No
on
pressure.
Livewire. Here
No
we go.
pressure.
Yes, hello?
Yes, good
I was
morning.
wondering, do you know if the Macho Man is coming to the WWF, or do you know anything of it?
World Wrestling Federation is building on youth, not on veterans. They don't need people my age wrestling. That's the bottom line.
Good answer.
You're on Livewire.
Hello?
Good morning.
Yes, Happy New Year, Mr. Ross.
Happy New Year to you, too.
I'd like to ask you a question about what you think about Roddy Piper coming out of retirement and beating Hogan at the Starrcade, sir.
Well, I think that a lot of folks will do things for money. I mean, it's obvious that you got a guy that at one time was a gallant athlete, at one time was a fighting son of a gun. He's got an artificial hip. He really doesn't belong in the ring. But if you look at who does or doesn't belong in the ring, then you'd have to probably use your imagination to say that Hulk Hogan belongs in the ring anymore either. So the guys are making a living, and so more power to them. I watched the match, and a matter of fact, I fell asleep in the middle of it.
And Shawn Michaels moving Jacques away. We've seen this used as a ploy by the Rougeaus to get in a, I guess, lack of a better term, a cheap blow. And
these guys have not done a move yet. I'm actually impressed, as equally impressed and disgusted. They're like, this is what we'll do. They're biting though.
Yeah, now that HBK is getting involved.
I was such a rocker's mark as a kid.
Yeah.
Huge mark for them.
Seeing Marty come back October 92 in time for Mania, how big is that on your kind of markdom for Marty?
When he won the IC title from Shawn on Raw.
Yeah.
That was a big deal. But bear in mind, I was only reading of it in the WWF magazine. I didn't see it.
It wasn't even on experience.
No, there was no experience.
They're not going to give that away.
There was no Sky 1. That was the dark days of, I have to follow my wrestling a month behind.
Yeah.
Because I had no other way. There's no internet. I didn't have Sky.
Sky is expensive, man.
Yeah,
this is awesome to get to see it for free. This is what I love about like retro gaming and emulation and stuff. Not that I'd ever emulate a game, but shit used to cost whatever £60 back in the day.
Yeah.
And do you want it now for free? And
here,
you can,
it's 46 megabytes.
Yeah. It's the entire
no NES library. Jerry from Illinois.
Wow, fancy pants.
Says, will there be any more OC's Culture Vulture Corner?
Oh, God, yeah.
God, yes.
I've read my book this year, though, so fucking give me a chance.
It
was Foley's.
No, okay. I
I've
thought you had one in the pocket.
No, 2025.
Okay.
Another book.
Can you tell the folks about the Culture Vulture Corner that never was? There was a book that you read and...
Heartbreaking. I read Buttplug Holly's book.
Oh.
And took notes.
Oh.
And I really wanted to review it, and my note disappeared. Like a thief in the night. Gone.
You fucking hacked you.
I know. Didn't leave a box of milk tray and an insulting note.
A box of milk tray.
Because that was a book I wanted to review for years, and read and review, because he's one of my boys.
Yeah.
Shame.
I'm sure he's very nice.
Does he say...
Good one, Steve. No, he is exactly what you would expect.
Is he a miserable shite in a fair sense? Are his gripes fair?
I'm going to say Vince put him up to it, and he only wanted the best. And he did what he was told.
Yeah, but I would say it's 50-50. Half the time I see his point, half the time I think, no, you are a grumpy shite.
Because you're seeing it from his point of view, so it'll never get more in favour of him.
Yeah.
Do you know?
But even then, a lot of the time I'm thinking, you're just an asshole.
God damn it. Owen from Dublin and Sam from Skelmersdale both ask, what wrestler autobiography book would you like to read that hasn't been written yet?
A proper Kurt Angle autobiography.
Okay.
Because he released in 2000 I think.
It's true book.
It's true.
Yeah, but no, can we have a proper one, please?
I would love a Vince McMahon book.
Yeah.
I think we never got it, and we're absolutely never getting it, but I would love to read it.
His memoirs.
I would love a legit, if, obviously on his deathbed he can release it,
Right.
so he doesn't get any more repercussions, whatever, but I would like to know.
Jay, you've nailed it, but yeah, on the list of things that will never happen, it's at the top. Yeah.
I'll tell you what else that didn't happen. The Rockers getting the WWF tag titles.
Oh, yes.
Because they actually did get them in 1990. They had a tag match with the Hart Foundation, and during the bout, the top rope broke. And you can see, they finished the match anyway, but you could tell that everyone was pissed off in it. Can't do it. And so, we'll just circle back later and we'll redo it. But They never did. They never broadcast it and just gave it back to the lads. The
That's
Hart
so
Foundation.
sad.
But you can actually see it on Shawn's DVD, Heartbreak and Triumph.
It's always nice to see wrestlers that never had a belt with the belt, like Lex with the world title. It's just to see what they would have looked like.
Mabel.
It's a fever dream.
Mabel. Yes.
Mabel.
Yeah.
And the Rougeaus actually had the WWF tag titles as well. In another It Never Happened bout, it was when they were touring in Canada. Let's pop Canadians and get heat on the tour by having them win the belts. And just like, no, it doesn't count. Let's not air it on US TV.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that was it. You put it back
Canadian
on them,
rules, lads.
and that's it.
But if the Rougeaus are around today, they would be perennial champions. There was just too many tag teams at the time.
Yeah, man, the depth was insane.
Yeah.
Well, now into the ropes. Over the top. Hip toss. No, he blocked it nicely. A leg sweep. Picked the leg right up. And once again, a little switch by the Rockers without the benefit of a tag. And some complaints from the mouth of the South.
Do you got anything other anything?
Mark from Iowa asks, why aren't all of you huge Joe Hendry marks?
Didn't say we're not.
Yeah, I know.
I love Stephen Hendry. Untouchable. King of the Qs.
World champion.
Prince of the Planet Potters.
World champion. Okay. 90. I'm not. You know I know when all the years he was world champion. I won't bore you with that. Yes, I love his theme, but I don't watch TNA, so
no one watches TNA.
Yeah, so I don't see him. But yeah, and I loved his theme with his amended theme with the Hardys as well.
Yeah, it was incredible. They put it up on YouTube as well.
Yeah, it's
I have to say, I'm mildly sad. It reminds me of Lady Domitrask from Resident Evil 8 in that it's a meme and then you get to see the meme.
Yeah.
I wish I just got to discover Joe Hendry as well, because oh my god, he loves Creed and he'll whip his guitar out and he'll start doing a cover of a Creed song on Impact. Oh my god, can we splice a little bit of audio?
Yeah, damn right.
Can you please get fired? Can we kick you out the door?
Of course he's fantastic. Nobody is denying that.
Nope, he's great. As someone who I would love to see on Raw, I feel like he's tailor-made for a WWE run.
But what about our boy Elias?
He had a great run.
We specifically mentioned Joe Hendry on our All In review 2024.
Yep.
Yeah, so go watch that.
Yeah. Mark.
This is, like, okay, I haven't seen their entire compendium, but this is down in the doldrums of the worst Rockers match I've seen.
Yeah.
Because they usually will contend for, like, in-ring match of the night.
This is not a pay-per-view. I mean, it might technically be. This is a house show.
It is.
We're getting to see people that we love and that we haven't seen in ages, and it's nice, but, like, the show that they're putting on is a house show.
The only thing that separates it would be the backstage promos, because they wouldn't do that on a house show. You just get the once, coming out once.
But can I ask, though, like, fair enough, this match. I mean, the Rockers are better than this. But in general...
Marty's like, no, I'm not. I'm really not. Hey, nice.
Can you just splice in, actually, when Marty's selling with a big smile on his face? Just again, I know you do. I just enjoy it. But fair enough with the Rockers. But everyone else is putting on a standard match. It's not that bad. We're just now used to watching better standard wrestling on OSW. It's been a while since we covered this stuff. So I don't think we're necessarily seeing bad matches. We're just seeing standard 1980s matches.
Oh, these guys, like the hot dogging at the start here, who does a better backflip, that's new. Like,
that's shite.
But,
but still, other matches are kind of standard.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Even Dino Bravo.
Yes.
The moment you allow any small lapse of attention,
the corner and out and down to the apron.
You are in trouble, and that's a lot of trouble there.
That was a very nice bump, I have to say. Shawn, I see big things in his future.
Did you know that Quebecers were in WCW?
No.
Yeah, 98 for a couple of months. Part of Lance Storm's Team Canada in 2000. Yeah.
And how was their in-ring attire?
It's NWOI, so, you know, it's very drab. You know, but put it on the screen, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, happy enough?
Yeah, it's classic. Yeah. Late 90s WCW attire, really, isn't it?
You're looking at a pond and you don't know how deep it is, and then you kind of just jump into it, and it's like, half a foot. It's like they go skin deep, and that's it. There's nothing under the surface.
Well, certainly he has gone through a lot.
That was fabulous. Come on.
And being a little bit winded would be understandable here.
You know what I would have liked to see? We had LOD 2000. I'd like Quebecers 2000. Because we had PCO with the Jean-Pierre Lafitte gimmick.
Yeah.
I would like Jacques to get that kind of updated Mountie gimmick.
Okay.
He'd be like a Mountie from the future, like
No,
cybernetic.
I don't want that shit. No. I want like
cybernetic Mountie.
I want like, the way Boss Man got an updated gimmick. I want that for Jacques.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
It's too late.
Like, but as Jacques or as the Mountie?
As Jacques.
Okay.
Well, like as the Mountie.
How do you update the Mountie gimmick?
I don't know. Do they still wear that stuff?
Leathers.
Yeah. Like the Blue Oyster kind of thing.
You know the way the Power Rangers in the early 90s had the kind of spandex suits, but then they brought out the Power Rangers movie, and they had like leather suits.
Okay.
They were much cooler. What about leather Mountie?
Okay. Can he have special powers and turn into like mystic knights of the Mountie?
I would imagine that would be the only way it could work.
He'd probably have a super powered cattle prod. Would be his weapon.
He would get the power of the moose.
Power of the moose. I love it.
Yeah.
We'll book it. We'll push it through quickly.
All right.
We'll put it on
It's
TV
happening.
immediately.
Think about it.
Just push it through. 2000. Nothing can
even think about it.
Imagine if we were in WCW and do that. Push that on TV. Just hasten the whole thing.
Couldn't be any worse,
And there, you can see perfectly illustrated there that innocent look that the Rougeaus get as soon as the referee turns round.
Steve Connor from Teesside asks, as you previously said on your top 10 overplayed moments in wrestling,
Yes, sir.
You're done with a lot of iconic moments in wrestling.
I am.
However, I would like to know what are some of your favorite matches and moments in wrestling history, like ones that you're not done with.
Oh God, I'm done with this package.
Jesus!
Get your dick out of my face.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, Shawn. That strikes me as a bit of a Jacques Rougeau thing. I would have expected that of him. And thinking of it, I would expect it of Shawn as well.
You know what I really enjoy?
Go on.
Kurt Angle winning his first world title against The Rock. Is it No Mercy?
With the crying.
Yeah, I really enjoy that image. What else do I like? That's about it.
What about Eddie winning the title from Rock?
Didn't care for it.
No?
Didn't care.
That was
Loved
good
it.
stuff.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah.
We don't hear enough about the Ultimate Submission match with
Who was in that
Angle
match?
Benoit.
Yeah, what was that? What was
2001 Backlash.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't hear enough about it.
We must watch that match.
We should.
Oh, another one, of course. Test and Brock in the semi-final King of the Ring 2002.
Why wasn't anyone talking about that? And why isn't anyone talking about Heidenreich and Cole? I went at least 6 hours without hearing. It's not good enough, lads. By the way, do you know the way I facetiously, fuck the Tonka? Can we stop hearing about the Tonka? And, I enjoy fuck off the Tonka. I enjoy not hearing about you. But his sons are joining wrestling.
I heard, yeah.
And I keep getting... Lads, this is the opposite of what I want. My days were Tatanka free for a while, and now it's just bland.
Are they going for, Corporation 2000,
Ooh, Evil Casino.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. With the gelled fringe.
Oh.
Listen, lads, if you want to get over, stop listening.
We saw the extra leverage helped out on the outside by Raymond Rougeaus. The referee looks up, a tag is made. And right now, Shawn Michaels is at the mercy of the Rougeaus. Marty Jannetty's seen enough. He is letting his tempers get away with him because you can better believe there you go, the double team coming up.
The ref looks like he has a cast on. What's happening there? Look at his left hand.
Yeah.
Here's an old wanking claw. Oh, look, he's using his right hand to count.
Why do referees normally use their left
Yeah,
hand?
yeah, it's usually left.
Really?
Yeah.
Why did I not know that? How did I never notice that?
Yeah,
Because you only
never
watch
noticed
wrestling in a mirror. You know? You just angle it.
Yeah. Sitting on the jacks.
You only need to say like 2 words of that, and I knew where you were going. Just looking at his claw.
Lads, any special moments in wrestling, like the gentleman asked? Is there any special images that you're like, I love seeing that?
I need to see more of Phantom of the Opera Taker. I love. He used to have a bat cape as well. I need more of that. His stuff with Mankind. I want more Mankind.
Capes in general would be pretty good.
Capes in general. Kane, more Kane cape.
Yeah.
Jerry, he used to have a cape on like house show.
I mean, no, I've seen the drawings of his gear where it was like you know with the cape on it. A moment from wrestling that I loved. I don't know if it's overplayed.
I'm just gonna put it on the screen for a sec.
It definitely was at the time. Oh yeah. I have.
you showed us
Okay, of
this
course
one.
I've seen this picture
Love
a
that
million
cape.
times. It's amazing. Macho and Liz on Macho's shoulder. Love that
is
moment.
beautiful.
Yeah, love it.
You big softy. Yeah. Yeah.
Holding onto the arm, both men trying to roll to get the advantage. Setting on Shawn Michaels, 2 count. Shawn rolls him out. And almost got him. But Jacques saved the day. And what a tremendous move by Shawn Michaels.
I can't believe this match is still going.
How is this? This is what this was the
work rate.
Yeah, we are sending these boys out for 25 minutes. Yes.
Oh my god.
Like the guys in the ring. He's like Sean started going, "We got him."
Oh, do you know it was Mr. Perfect that lobbied Vince to bring back Marty for the end of '92 to get the
nice.
belt? You know, that's why he's on screen as well. He gets a bit of a hug.
Yeah,
in '93 as well. That's
right.
kind of nice. And like, I was like, I can't remember Shawn winning that. When did Shawn get the belt back? Do you know? Because obviously there's the title for title with Razor, but that's not till '94. So
Yes.
what the hell? And it's like, oh, Shawn won the belt a month later at an untelevised house show in Albany.
Yes.
And then Shawn got popped for steroids. The
Oh
belt.
my
This
God.
is like the low point of the IC belt. And then Razor would win a tournament and get the belt, and then they do the title for title at WrestleMania 10.
Yeah, it's, at least Marty got his title win on TV.
Yeah.
That's all we can be thankful for. Sorry, I have one more amazing moment in wrestling history that I still love. Austin coming out at Backlash 2000 to help Rock beat Triple H for the world title.
Oh, yeah, and the massive pop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I just say, when Mr. Anderson in TNA was in Samuel Shaw's room, and he's like looking around, and he turns around, and Sam Shaw's in the door frame. He's like, "What are you doing in my bedroom? What are you doing?" It's like, we need more of that. Listen, history might have forgotten, and the internet has forgotten, but we'll bring it back. Make sure he doesn't hold extra limits here.
Something that I think might become that over time is the Samantha Irvin call for when Cody finally won the belt at Mania this year. That was amazing.
It was emotional. It was emotional.
It was emotional.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Like her voice breaks slightly, and you get to see the video of her call, and she's crying as well.
Yeah.
So it's super nice. I can't believe she's gone. And then she took the ricochet route of immediately let's get on social media
God,
and start
everyone
fighting with
does it.
trolls.
Opportunity for Michaels to make that tag. He needs a lot.
Listen to the fans are going mental for Marty.
There we go.
It's funny that she's like, I want to make music. You know, I want to make some albums. It's like, so who are you getting to replace him? Lillian Garcia. I've had my album and I've got no future in it. I'm very available. You know, Sean's working at the Performance Center helping train wrestlers, and you know, someone was asking, hey, any chance you could get Marty a job, you know? And he was quite nice. It's, you know, fluff, we all stay in our lane. That's Albert's business, you know, you'd have to talk to him.
Oh my God, the fans are going mental.
And they've been down for much longer than a 3 count. Finally, the referee is there, but he gets out. Oh,
They got the crowd back.
Yeah, they did. They totally did.
Oh my God, you could have taken a leisurely look at all of the merch they have on sale in the stands. Full, 10-minute waiting.
Yeah.
Go to the bathroom, endure the entire wait.
Get your piri.
And still have 15 minutes left. Here we go. Big finish. That's illegal. Shouldn't be grabbing it. He should let him do it and then DQ him.
Right in front of the ref, Shawn.
Steve, when are they bringing in VAR?
Yeah, I know. This is a disaster.
You could just see them. Everyone stop cheering. We have to go and look at the screen. And they're like, yep.
With a whistle, yeah.
Kill the crowd for a few minutes.
The fucking reaction here. Holy
Insane,
shit.
right?
Listen, you need to just starve a crowd and then you really get the response. Which is like... Oh my God!
I did not see it.
We saw the whole butcher shop there. He's got the pudding and beans there.
Why does he have it poking out though? Why can't he put it down?
Yeah.
No.
I guess it's like his ego is wild and he thinks he's gonna get some fucking British rat tonight,
Yeah, listen, 6%ers here. Tell us if you enjoy seeing the outline of his button mushroom, would you? Is that, do you appreciate it? The lack of cuppage.
3, and we'll have more of the World Wrestling Federation right after this.
One of the things that we do here in NXT is what one of the things we say is we all stay in our lane. But obviously, any
Question from Scott from New Zealand for you, Steve, right? If you could change one booking decision from any time and the people involved had to follow through with what you changed it to, what choices would you make and why?
Sting going over clean at Starrcade 97.
Oh, that's a great one.
Yeah.
He did go over, but...
No, clean, like proper, just definitive.
Can I jump on that and say Sting actually embracing the main event Mafia gimmick and them Angle putting over AJ as Bound for Glory?
Okay. I just fear that it wouldn't have made a difference in TNA's success.
Yeah.
Steve?
I'd probably force all of the guys who didn't jump ship to WWF after WCW died to do that to make the invasion angle work.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah. Fair.
No one gives out to Rey Mysterio for sitting on his arse.
I know.
He wasn't going to make a difference, so you know what I mean? Like,
he comes out, Hall, Nash, Hogan, Mysterio.
Make a difference, Mysterio.
Bam! Steve, why weren't you booking?
I would think so. The Brawler taken advantage of poor Roma not watching his back there.
Match number 5 here. Paul Roma, pretty Paul Roma versus the Brooklyn Brawler. Brawler, I am shocked he is not in the WWE Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that is genuinely shocking. Are any of the notable jobbers in it, like Horowitz, Brawler,
Abe Knuckleball Schwartz, which is also
Gilbert?
No. I read a thing where Goldberg is still really angry about Gilbert, and it's like, I would love to batter him. It's like, mate.
What a smelly man.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Obviously, Paul Roma, you can see he's in his Wild Stallions gimmick at the time. It wouldn't be till early 1990s, so pretty soon from this, trading him for Hercules. But they didn't really become a real thing until they got their manager Slick.
Yeah. Slick being the operative term because they were all oiled up. Do you remember they? Yeah, big time oil.
And they also had those amazing sunglasses as well, like the 80s ones, which go off to the side.
Amazing.
The Elton John ones, yeah.
That the Brawler is no match for. However, Alfred, I know you would agree, if the Brawler gets into that brawling style...
Obviously, infamous Paul Roma. Is he the worst member of the Four Horsemen? on the WWE's 2007 Horseman DVD, Triple H, this is obviously back when WWE would still insult people publicly, just said about Paul Roma's debut with the Horseman. The job guy from WWE, he didn't fit, and he was about that tall. And I was so happy they got Roma on it as well. He was like, did I fit? No, but I brought class, physique, and controversy, and I'm better looking than Flair, who's 97 years old. It's like, oh man, yeah.
All right, yeah.
The job guy from the WWE, like, what? Like, he didn't fit at all. And he was about that tall.
Steve, you'll appreciate this. Roma got a paycheck from WWF for 7 years.
Nice.
84 to 91.
That is JTG levels of getting paid, isn't it?
Oh, he had the funniest post-release tweet ever, which is like, damn, why did I look at my phone? Oh, he was, modern day Paul Roma. He slagged off the New Day for, their trumpet and throwing pancakes. Just saying it's a question of money. Like, how much are you willing to get paid for your dignity, for your respect? If that's what's paying your bills, God bless you, that's fine. But again, I don't see that. I'm a person of standard and principles.
Fuck off.
This guy.
To see those two matches. It really will. The Rougeaus probably hoping for a measure of revenge there.
Oh my God.
Listen.
What is this?
Is this count as a move? Like, it's like a working rest hold. Do you know?
I think it's probably better than just doing nothing.
Oh, breath rope. Tomahawk chop. Less of that.
You're going to be seeing that soon, Jay.
He was, oh man, it's just him jumping the ropes. He took on Alex Wright before Funboy as like Super Brawl 5. Spends the match, he goes into business for himself, but he's just entertaining the crowd, and he manages to get to the top rope without using his hands. Like, he kind of backs up onto the top rope and then does an elbow drop and then hot dog. And I was like, that was actually quite impressive. Everyone was furious with you, but I enjoyed it.
Man, way to bring the crowd down.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Well, they need to. I mean, they need to calm down and get ready for Hogan. This is fine.
Brawler. It was like, he's like a featured jobber.
Yeah.
Like a journey. Like, poor
He's
Eddie.
memorable.
Yeah, he's more than a jobber. Like, jobbers are the local lads that have John Smith and Richard Schneebel. Yeah. Like,
He's enhancement talent.
There we go.
Yeah.
This is just street fighting.
Roma's in great shape, though.
He is.
It seems to be quite effective. I'm surprised at Roma allowing
Lombardi, like, he did feud with Terry Taylor because Terry Taylor left Heenan's family. And he was like, I made you, I can make anyone, including the smelly old bum here. So that's why, because Heenan's a classy guy, or pretends to be. And so why would you cavort with this, goon from Batman and Robin, do you know?
Goon from Batman and Robin.
But Terry Taylor was leaving for WCW, so guess who's doing the job? I would have thought, oh, by the way, 6%ers, yeah, what do you think of Paul Roma? Is he doing it for you? Do you know? Because he's not doing it for me. Or, because looking at his wrestling is terrible. But
does the hair, the 80s hair, kind of have a negative impact? You know the way you'd look at an attractive woman like Liz and her hair is that 80s perm and she doesn't look as well as she could if she had a modern day haircut. In my eyes.
I love the poofy hair.
I'm
happy
I'm
with
also
it.
partial.
It's very classy
partial
looking.
to the poof.
Yeah. Partial to the poof.
Just add that to the tombstone.
to avoid that 1, 2, 3. Roma doing more or less what he wants to now. A long delayed suplex there, perfectly executed.
A young Davey Boy Smith takes notes. Man, I tell you, wrestling is hot in WWF in the UK here, but like, man, when Davey Boy came back, and obviously he was big enough to move. Oh my God! Oh no! Oh my God!
He got the win.
Oh, he was. What's the opposite of enhanced? Like, it's a demake.
Yeah. Holy shit.
He enhanced the enhancement.
The Brawler won.
if a tree falls in the woods and no one's around, does it make a sound? Like if a jobber jobs you out.
Jobs the jobber.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can't believe he didn't go over.
Why is he getting him off the top rope? Oh, is this one of the stupid things like you have a certain amount of time to jump off the ropes?
What a move! This is how we jump downwards. Here we go!
Oh yeah!
Oh my god. Sherry as well, she's looking amazing.
And still to come, World Wrestling Federation champion Hulk Hogan to defend against this man, challenger and former champion, along with his manager, Sensational Sherry. I could only be talking about the Macho Man, Randy Savage.
I've held that belt before. The former World Wrestling Federation champion is the Macho Man, Randy Savage. And in a few seconds, I'm going to say it again. I'm the new World Wrestling Federation champion. I'm the one man that can beat Hulk Hogan. And I'm right here in London, England. Yeah, I'm right here in London, England, and I'm looking right in the video scope. And I'm telling everybody that I guarantee victory. I guarantee victory over Hulk Hogan because the madness is better than the mania. And that's something.
I don't know if you heard it earlier on in talking to the World Wrestling Federation champion Hulk Hogan. He asked Miss Elizabeth what she would do if she got her hands on you, and she said she'd slap your face.
Ooh, well, is that what she said?
I feel like she's not going to get promo time if she's trying to butt in, you know?
From Miss Elizabeth. Go ahead.
Elizabeth!
There we
Come
go.
on down. Try to put your hands on the Macho Man, and I'm going to rip everything out of that scrawny little body of yours, and the Macho Man will again remain WWF champion again.
I think we're getting a little sidetracked here.
I see your point about the hair diminishing the overall look. Yeah.
Hulk Hogan's title.
Hulkamania is dead. After tonight, Macho Madness, sky's the limit. 1, 2, 3, Hulk Hogan. I'm number 1, and you're numbers 2. Sensational Sherry in all our glitter and all our glamour and all our glory. Let's go down that aisle. Isn't she beautiful? Isn't she stunning?
Wild man.
Yes, indeed. Stay tuned,
And
ladies
the good thing about this is, after tonight, Hulkamania was over. Stopped in his tracks, 1989.
Here on Sky One. Stay tuned. We're going to be back after these important messages.
Out now and only on Sky Sports, your latest edition of Primetime Wrestling. It was the wedding of the year, and Miss Elizabeth was just so happy. But beware, there's always a snake in the grass. This is a mad, bad world. Can your heroes clean up this town? Someone round here's got to lay down the law. Primetime Wrestling gets serious, Saturdays at 7:30, only on Sky Sports.
Okay, the anticipation has been building all night. The fans
I'd say you cut the legs out on it with that rockers, man. Oh my god.
of the WWF Championship, all waiting on the Macho Man and Hulk Hogan. And what a feeling it is right here in the London Arena, Alfred.
Absolute incredible excitement. The very first time in England the World Wrestling Federation title has been on the line. Here is Hulk Hogan, the holder of this title, the greatest athlete in professional sport.
Don't be calling him the greatest athlete now, come on.
Yeah, he ain't no athlete.
You get to be superstar, yeah.
Savage, his arch rival, and what a great challenger this man is proving himself to be.
Well, let's talk about all of our
Oh my god, it's your main event! Hogan versus Macho. A rematch from WrestleMania 5. The Mega Powers explode again on television on Sky Channel. This is during Hogan's 1-year title reign from WrestleMania 5 to WrestleMania 6. Best of luck, Macho. Over the summer, WWF released their first film, No Holds Barred, in June. So the rest of the year, they're trying to recoup the losses. No, actually, it made a smidge profit. Hogan said it cost about $8 million to make, and since Vince financed the movie, he more or less broke even and in profit now since the re-release Blu-ray in 2014. Or you can stream it free on Tubi. or you can watch the OSW of it, episode 16.
Nice. Wow, that's super early on. Wow.
Here tonight at the London Arena, many of the fans with the shirts.
Scott from Liverpool asked a question,
Hey.
right? Says, so the OSW boys form a Simpsons trivia quiz team. What name do you lads pick for it?
Born to Runner Up?
Yes.
Sorry, I jumped ahead.
No, you're correct. Was that always your team name?
What was it? Did we have a team name?
I think it could possibly be in board.
Didn't we
to
come
runner
like
up.
third 3 times or something in a row?
We came
against the philosophy students.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
No
'cause,
one
you know,
has more free time.
Who has more time than those lads, you know? But then we did win because remember we had a tie, and then there was a tiebreaker.
Nothing happened.
Where you had to perform a dance to do the Bartman, and Jay got up on a table and danced to do the Bartman, and we won.
Congratulations.
I did make your man fail at his thing because I think he did the Itchy and Scratchy song. He just went fight and bite.
Yeah.
And then they're like, here you go. Here's your win for your dignity. Here's 4 beers. But listen, I wanted to win badly, and I wanted us to win. So I took one for the team.
Let me ask you.
Pre-mobile phones, thank God.
Was there any questions on the quiz that he couldn't answer? You know, like you may have answered one, but he knew it. Do you know what I mean? Was there
I get you.
like he knew all the answers that anyone else knew on the team?
There was one.
I think there was 1 or 2.
It was like,
maybe,
who's
yeah.
Meat Hook? Who played Meat Hook? And I was like, I can't for the life of me remember. Then when they were reading out the answers, it's like, oh, it's John Goodman.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So that's all I got.
Yeah. So he
Pretty much,
he was
like,
a one-man team.
He could have single-handedly done it.
Yeah.
As a
They did
name,
very well as well.
the C flats,
You like that one?
because it's the same note as the B sharps.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's-
that's too clever.
He's so smart.
Yeah.
Well done.
A lot of people who wouldn't want to see him win this championship, but I do believe that we're going to see history here. We're definitely going to see that. But in the
Oh, by the way, his wardrobe was made by this guy in Florida, and it was the same guy who did like Liberace and that kind of thing. Like,
I wonder how much he paid for that.
Your man Michael Braun, he did Jimi Hendrix, Cher, not John Bovey.
Bon Jovi.
John Bovey.
John Bovey.
Yeah.
John Bovey.
Buongiorno.
I just wish Macho had stayed with this get-up rather than the silly cowboy hat.
I
shite.
was actually going to ask you which version of Macho do you like and dislike the most?
This is so much better than it. Just looked tacky. His cowboy hat.
I get you.
Do you know his ma came up with the term Macho Man? And it's not the village people. She was reading like Reader's Digest and read that Macho Man will be the hot term for the coming years. And it's like, Macho Man? Yes!
She was right. It was a self-fulfilling prophecy, really, wasn't it?
by his manager, the First Lady of the World Wrestling Federation.
Connor from London, originally Dublin.
Oh, look at him.
Oh.
He's eating 2 gaffs.
Fucking sneak off.
Congrats on escaping.
He asks, Mr. OC, we know of your immense love for the Lord of the Rings, but I want to know who of
Hey, Payday Pat.
Nice. Well, not nice, maybe, but you
He's
know.
the best. Propaganda, sir.
But I want to know who of the Fellowship has the most go-away heat with you.
Oh.
Gandalf, Frodo, Sam, Merry and Pippin, Aragorn, Boromir, Legolas and Gimli.
God, they have a lot of friendships in Lord of the Rings.
It's obviously either Merry or Pippin. I mean, there's no other legitimate answer to that.
Are they the lads with the trees?
Yes,
Okay,
but like
yeah.
it's not go
Big
away
lamos.
heat. I mean, they did all contribute, not equally, but they did all contribute. But if either or both of them died, I wouldn't have been upset. In
I'm
fact,
surprised
one
one of them didn't get us.
one of them should have died. Yeah.
Yes.
And being replaced with a giant tomato that your man Denethor could bite, you know. I can book that, right? 25 minutes of that.
Replaced with a giant.
Connor from Vancouver, Washington has a very quick question. Favorite band?
well, Weezer. It's always been Weezer, and it always will be Weezer. But I mean,
have you travelled to Ontario to see Weezer?
No, I've seen Weezer 3 times. So, but I saw them in Ireland 3 times. But you know, as far as special place in my heart, yeah, Creed, obviously. I am the biggest Creed fan in the room.
A bit of Breaking Benjamin too.
Adore Breaking Benjamin as well, and I will at some point. He doesn't fly, so I'll have to travel to see them.
So inconvenient.
I know.
Get on the horn to him.
Bastard.
Yeah. Obviously, the big music tie-in here. One of the most famous lies for Hulk Hogan. He could have played bass for Metallica.
I love it. I mean, like he did just say could have. You know what I mean?
He did. He should have. They iced him out. He claims drummer Lars Ulrich came to Hogan himself personally to ask him to play with them. Unfortunately, Howard Stern heard that whopper and just asked him, and Lars had no idea who Hogan was.
That's fucking hilarious.
Did you know that Elvis was a huge Hulkamaniac who'd come out to watch him wrestle, despite Hogan debuting in wrestling in 1979, 2 years after Elvis died?
Well, everyone knows that he didn't die, though.
Oh, he's still going, and he's a Hulkamaniac.
Yeah, he's still going around now. He's like 130 now, you know?
He's actually Nasty Boy Knobs in disguise. He also says, I worked 400 days in a single year. I didn't misspeak. I travelled so frequently between the US and Japan. The time difference makes 400 days a possibility.
He's the best. If he just had said, I worked 400 dates, you know what I mean?
Which is also still preposterous.
Yeah, which is bollocks.
I wouldn't believe it, but it's plausible.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Factor in matinee shows.
Do you think he's fucking... Did he ever play Santa in a movie? He did. He played Santa with muscles.
Yeah.
He knows the secret to getting around the world quickly, lads.
Thought it was Christmas, not Halloween. Patient suffers from bad tummy aches and splitting headaches.
And for a big man, the Macho Man is very, very nimble.
Jake from Dublin / Galway and Robert from Red Deer in Canada. Do you have a boy stable for movies?
Is that a guilty pleasure kind of thing?
Guilty pleasure movies.
Do you know, I thought of one. It's called Open Water 2 Adrift. I love survival movies, and this is where it's so stupid, but it's great. Where a bunch of people go out in a boat and they all jump into the ocean, but they forget to lower the stairs of the boat so they can't climb back into the boat. Yeah, it's fucking great.
I love the premise. And you told it to me.
Yeah. It's
brilliant.
Is it comedy?
No.
Catch Hogan.
It's not. It's
a real chair.
It's a drama.
Like it's a cast. What do you call that? Like
molded
chair.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't fold.
Yeah.
It's like a deck chair.
That's so funny.
It's great.
And like, how close are they? You know, to like grabbing the boat.
They're pretty close, but it looks like it could happen, even though I don't believe it could happen. It looks like it could happen, but I've seen it so many times.
Could they not just get someone to do the bunt? You know, like you
try.
Close your hands and
they
then
try.
Whoosh someone up and they can't grab it.
No.
Wow.
Doing that in the water would be quite difficult because you've got nothing the base to shoot off of.
That's so funny.
Well, it'd be Freddy Got Fingered for me. But like,
I'm not
guilty
movie.
about it.
No, that's a good movie. I wouldn't consider that an embarrassment.
Yeah.
Proud.
It's
like
it's definitely a product of its time.
I still think it's hilarious.
The Macho Man.
Ooh, yeah!
Oh, is he gonna? Yeah.
Oh,
he escaped not getting the big boot. That was dangerous.
Than you. We just proved that you're stupid too. Not only am I going to beat you 1, 2, 3 tonight in London, England, but I dedicate this match to the prettiest woman that ever walked the face of this earth.
Tessa Blanchard.
Sensational Jerry.
This is a solid way to get heat.
Yeah.
Because this is a kindness to another heel.
And it's one of those things where you can't give out about it because just listen, it worked.
Appreciated that for the Macho Man. His thoughts on sensational Sherry.
You know, Ole Anderson, he gave him the nickname Savage. because he was quite ferocious in the ring and all that kind of stuff. He was also a madman, and so while he was working, before he was in WWF, he just goad wrestlers into, come on, let's fight, I'll beat you, I'll kick the shit out of you. Yeah. And then your man, Dundee, what's his face? Bill Dundee, yeah. He was like, all right, I'll go fight you. And so they have a scrap, and then Bill Dundee goes to his car to get his gun, and then Macho Caesar wrestles it off and then beats him with it.
Yes. Good.
Okay. What the fuck? This is how far removed we are from wrestling. Where wrestlers pull guns on each other. What is this heel heat?
Oh, I like it.
There was a bit of neck
Look
action.
at this.
I didn't like.
Look at that.
Nice catch.
Yeah, do not
Good
bump
job.
in heels. Oh my god.
Do you like the red mat on the outside of the ring?
It's very different.
It is
striking.
You know what? I like their contrast of
What
colours.
was that? Oh, good. Oh yeah, it's my turn to sell. Sorry,
You like the contrast of?
Of colours. I just wish Macho was wearing green boots and white knee pads. It's colourful.
What about a cap?
And then Lawler has the picture of Warrior and just smacks him with it.
The Hulkster onto the Macho Man.
I do like the red, white, and blue as ropes. It's very pretty.
Yeah.
It's aesthetically pleasing.
Speaking of nice and aesthetically pleasing, the Halloween edition of Dynamite, they had orange, white, and blue as the colour scheme. And it was so nice because I think AEW in general is quite ugly. It's quite grey, it's quite muted. And I was just like, it was so bright, and I was like, this is good. Okay. More, please.
Okay.
Favourite rope colour?
I do like the all white, but that's because it's special. You don't see it that often. Other than CYN, of course.
The most special.
The Mania 10 black and gold is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sherry is on the apron again. Apparently did not learn her lesson at all. Hogan in full command now. And her and the Hulkster go.
Hulkson pretending he's not well into Sherry. He did well.
Holy shit.
Solid bump.
Elizabeth puts Sherry in. Sherry rolls out.
Do you know the way Macho is famous for choreographing his matches? Do you think this is any kind of choreographed? Do you know? Or are they gonna
got it in the ring?
Actually, you probably did still do it move by move. You know what was really great was when they were doing the Macho DVD, the WWE documentary, and then Steamboat is recounting the WrestleMania 3 bout, and they're saying, oh yeah, Macho he listed out move 1, move 2, move 3, all the way up to move 157. I've done up to move 90, you can do the rest. And they get the B-roll of some guy, here's the paper on the yellow legal pad and the scribblings of the move. It's amazing. What B-roll Splicey made.
But you know the way Macho wants to choreograph his matches, but say he's wrestling against somebody that doesn't. Does he then have to remember all the moves and tell the wrestler during the match? Because his opponent would say, I'm not memorizing this.
Yeah.
I think you have to be of the stature of Randy Savage to be able to command that. This is how we're doing the match. We're putting it together.
I know, but people will forget. So I assume he has to call it in the ring.
52. He probably go throughout the night. He will go to you and spot test you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That saved him from 3 there. And right now, Hulk Hogan is definitely.
Because here, obviously, he's saying, move 63. Then we'll follow it up with move 87.
Yeah.
Skipping.
Could you imagine if the Rockers and Rougeaus penned out their match? Move number 1, hot dog. Move number 2, work the crowd. Move number 3, endure the booze. Move number 4, work the crowd. You can start the match at move 90.
The chant of Hogan again. Listen to him. As Elizabeth cheers on the champion, he is down. But Sherry's
Jay, handbags.
I love a bit of handbags.
Yeah, okay,
it's great in wrestling, great in football.
Okay.
Although usually, is there like a brick inside? Usually, like, does anyone bring a handbag that isn't part of the match? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I'd be worried that. Would you be worried if X-Pac is backstage and you can't leave your bag out? You gotta take it to the ring, would you?
At the same time, another Sherry. She's trying to get into the ring to help Macho Man up.
Robert from Castleknock in Dublin has some advice.
Advice
that he wants from me, Steve, right?
Yeah.
So he says, I've recently gotten my first big boy office job.
Oh, congratulations.
Congratulations to you, sir.
How do I come out to my co-workers as a wrestling fan? I don't want to be ostracized, but I feel like if I tell my co-workers how big of a mark I am, I'll be treated like a fool. Any help is appreciated.
Maybe when you're in school, secondary school, and you say that you're a wrestling fan, people might scoff. I don't know if maybe kids these days watch wrestling, I don't know. But no, when you're an adult, people don't give two shits.
Yeah.
In fact, it's interesting. It's something rather than, I watch football and I watch rugby. No, it's something different. You watch that, and then they'll always follow it up with Hulk Hogan, Undertaker, Jake the Snake, Ultimate Warrior.
Giant haystacks.
It's a point of interest, and I've never in my adult life not had people asking follow-up questions.
Like not laughing, not mean, not
never,
looking
ever,
down.
ever,
It just
ever.
actually want to know more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you were worried, you could always start small by like, okay, it's Halloween, and just always dress up. Any kind of dress-up parties, go as a wrestler. Start as a generic one, Hogan and Savage and
Right.
Warrior, and then you can get more specific.
But like, would you dress like they're dressed right now?
Right now. Cupless. Stuff some like mushrooms down here, Josh.
Oh, you're Shawn Michaels. No, it's the easiest thing you'll ever do is come out as a wrestling fan.
Was it difficult coming out as an Elden Ring snob? And were you annoyed that no one had follow-up questions?
I do bring it up all the time, and what's that? You know, like Dark Souls. Oh yeah, I've heard of Dark Souls. That's as far as it goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Listen to the fans.
Do you ever give out about summoning to people who know nothing about Elden Ring? You just have randomly, fucking summoning.
This man is really summoning salt.
And again, and this time Sherry.
Here we go.
This is it.
Double axe handle. I love how devastating a double axe handle is in a spot,
Yes.
whereas just in a regular move, there's
Yes.
nothing in it.
I know I've said it before, but his double axe handle off the top rope is disgusting. It's so awful.
Machos?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't jump, he
Yes.
just walks off.
Exactly. His elbow.
See,
Not bad.
It's a work. Oh, he sees! He sees! Come on, Hebner, mate.
And here he's won.
Oh, he pulled him up.
That's so funny. We need a bit of ref cam in WCW where they had like the little kind of helmet, Schneebel, the 90s GoPro. I reckon they would have done that in TNA. I feel like at TNA you could get that onto TV, you know?
Yeah.
Here we go, let's do it.
Oh, there we go. It's over.
Oh my god, it
Jesus
just resurrected
Christ.
him.
Oh,
They
no.
did this in WCW in 94, actually. It like restarted his heart.
It
Look at all these spot monkeys. No selling spots. Modern wrestling sucks.
No! Macho, you need to rake the eyes. Rake the eyes.
He said rake.
This is just.
She promised you she's gonna deliver. They're at DQ, ding ding, everyone stop wrestling.
For the Macho Man, the Hulkster, with the big
Pow!
Yes!
Hey!
Wow, he
just getting up.
He got up before the 3.
Like, it's already done. You know, like part of me is on. It's fine. It's fine. I booked it, so it's grand. I know what's happening. I'm not worried.
Would that bullshit we just saw there, would that fly anywhere by anyone now?
It kind of died out, isn't it? You know, like Hawk would do that kind of thing as well.
Yeah.
You know? Do we have any real pricks? you know, that could get away with this stuff? See, wrestling is about a brand now. It's not the individual wrestler.
Yeah. I think there was a point in time where wrestling stopped being about working the fans and it became about popping the fans. And I don't know if you can go back.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I'll just give you a spoiler alert here, but this show was a huge success, and WWF on Sky was a success. WWF would be back in 91, introducing the European/UK Rampage branding, which are, to be honest, televised house shows. Because in 91 they expanded with Battle Royal at the Albert Hall special, and in 92, of course, was the big one, SummerSlam at Wembley. Whether you want to or not.
It'll never work.
The new gen, gigantic downturn in business. Everyone's eating soup from a can. And WWF generally keep it to North America. Heading into the Attitude Era, they would bring back UK exclusive pay-per-views like One Night Only, that's the one where Shawn beat Bully for the European title, great heat. A few insurrections, a few rebellions, Capital Carnage, which we've reviewed, Mayhem in Manchester, which I'd love to do. And weirdly, they did No Mercy UK 99, which is different than No Mercy US 99. Very odd. Anyway, in the last few years, WWE has ramped up their pay-per-views in the UK. Clash at the Castle, September 2022, Money in the Bank 2023 in London, and Clash at the Castle Glasgow in 2024. Just there, I called SummerSlam 92 the big one, but it's number 2, to be honest. To this day, WWE has never run WrestleMania at Wembley, and I hope that sentence ages poorly. Fingers crossed.
Oh my god, if they do, they will sell out Wembley 2 nights in a row and make $1 billion.
Yep.
Pounds. 900 million.
He'd like a little more of him.
Did you enjoy this watch along?
I did. It was reaching into our early episodes, but man, we have covered such the standard of wrestling we have covered in the last couple of years just far exceeds this. It's rough going. I wouldn't be I wouldn't be ready to go back to the Hulkamania era, even though we finished it. But you know,
you do Saturday night's main event.
I was just going to say, so you tell me you don't want to do Saturday night's main events,
or the Battle Royal at Albert Hall. I'd like to see.
Yeah, okay, as one-off, fine.
Yeah.
But like,
if
you wanted to do some WCW in the 80s, I would struggle to agree to that.
Ooh, there's a bit of Garvinator, a bit of Flair, you know.
Yeah,
bit of Steamboat.
Yeah, it's better than this, but it's rough times. We've been spoiled in the last 30 years.
Brain ruined by Osprey.
yeah. But absolutely very pleasant, easy, nice, svelte 2 hours.
I don't like how he grabbed the sign that says he's the best. That could apply to any male wrestler. Anyway, go on.
Yeah, I think Ook was right there saying that the wrestling is limited. It can be difficult, but I enjoy the feel of this era of wrestling. It's fun. It's so unlike anything that came after it. I don't know, like going back to it, it's like putting on a comfy jumper or something like that. You know, it's just like, it's nice to be back. It's going to be simple. It's going to be fun. So yeah, whenever you guys are mentally ready to dive back in, I'll be there.
I hope people, like you were saying, it's like a warm, comfy jumper. I hope people feel like that about OSW.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Like that's my goal in the show. People using us as comfort food, basically. You know?
But not putting mushrooms.
Isn't it like fade out to Hogan, fade in on Shawn's crotch?
Oh my god, you can see his little button there.
Yes, stop mentioning the button. Don't push the button. Where's Heidi High? They've bolted.
They've long gone.
The World Wrestling Federation fans have had of their champion in this country.
The Hawks
Oh, was that a bring?
Title defense. A happy man.
His payday, Pat. He's already gotten his payday, though. Are you gonna slap any hands here, Hogan? Come on, do us a solid. No, look, no, zero. He's Brel. He's the real Brel. No holds barred. The credits. Man, it's just like CYN. I imagine like there's a bit of UK unions in this, so you have to put it up as well. So it's more of a TV show. But imagine if they started having Booker is
yes,
payday Pat and Coke dealer.
Still standing. They're still here. They don't want him to go.
I don't know. If I had a manager, I wouldn't let them carry the world title. It's mine. Thank you. I will carry it at all times.
I'm such a heel.
People might mistake you for the world champion.
They don't want him to say goodnight.
I do like valets. Like they're, unnecessary, especially on a house show. But like just seeing them just adds to the world.
Yeah.
You know.
The fans still standing, cheering, looking on.
Man, it's so weird. I know Shivani was in WWF for a short period, but it is still weird hearing him just because he's such an iconic voice of WCW.
There he is.
There he is.
He came back out. There's like a queue to the toilet. So I'll come back out. How do you feel about this bleachers? That makes
not bad at all.
Yeah, I like it. It's different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Man, I don't like him, but I love him. He is an incredible professional wrestler.
And there you go. That's the end of it there. Are there any other questions? Would you mind just...
One last question.
Okay, last question.
We've only been going now 8 hours.
All right, we're going to end up on this one. Nick from Australia says, mate, where does my lap go when I stand up?
Where does your lap go? See, we're sitting down, we have a lap.
Yeah.
So where does it go when you stand up?
Yes. Genius. Well done, sir.
The hard questions.
Well done. Kayfabe answer.
It goes down under.
There we go. Yeah, okay.
Congratulations, Steve. Master of Kayfabe, as always.
And on that bombshell.
On that shit show. Okay, so that'll do it for our watch along. Thanks so much for staying with us. Hope you enjoyed that bit of history with WWF on their first ever PLE. It's an accurate term. So it's a goodbye from V1,
Peekaboo,
OSC,
Bidoop,
and myself, the 2.5-time Golden Nogger Award winner Jay Hunter. And remember, a winner is you.